Welcome to Indiana High School basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight's game is brought to you in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. The Coca-Cola pregame show with Mitch Columbi is next.
Here's a three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three at a big time moment.
5 Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 Stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owner serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5 Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5 Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Top of the key for three! Splash! Big time three. Here comes Vice driving inside. Stolen. Picked up by Samantha Marks. Oh, man, he made it happen!
Welcome to the Coca-Cola pregame show. Now, here is the voice of KVB's WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
The new era continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Tonight, the Oregon Davis Bobcats host the Morgan Township Cherokee on Hall of Fame night. This is Indiana High School basketball. With us tonight, courtside is our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Up in the KVB booth, sports analyst Terry Minix. Hey, I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. This is KVB's WKVI Sports. We welcome you to the Bobcat Den in Hamlin, Indiana, 46532. We are back for more as we are set to continue the new era of Kankakee Valley Broadcasting Sports on 99.3 FM and around the world, streaming live on WKVI.com. As we get ready for our 11th basketball broadcast of the season, we have seen the Bobcats of Oregon Davis and have spoken with head coach Larry Sinnert on the Saturday Sports Line, but have yet to see these Marquette Catholic Blazers. My apologies in the intro. I didn't update it from the last game I was here in the Bobcat Den. The Oregon Davis Bobcats are hosting the Marquette Catholic Blazers. It's not Hall of Fame night. It's homecoming night. So I wanted to correct that right away. But when we look at the Bobcats of Oregon Davis, head coach Sinnert is in his 5th year leading the boys program. The Bobcats come into tonight's matchup still searching for their first win of the season. They started their year off against Triton here in the Den and fell 56-43. They then took on DeMont Christian on the road and lost 57-32. Then hosted North Judson St. Pierre and fell 59-33. On December 2nd, we saw them host Morgan Township and fall 73-44. That's the game I was mentioning. Then on Tuesday of this week, they traveled to New Prairie and lost 53-45. The Bobcats are 0-5 to start the year. They are averaging 39.4 points per game, and their defense is allowing 59.6. We turn now to our sports analyst, two-time Indiana high school basketball state champion head coach, Terry Minnick's. Coach, what's been something you believe the Bobcats are struggling with right now?
Well, they're struggling just putting the ball in the basket. I mean, the two things that you really, as a coach, you want to be doing well is putting the ball in the basket and taking care of the basketball, and that's the two things that they've struggled with all year long.
And, you know, when you're 0-5 to start the year, it's a long way from being over. You're going up against a Marquette Catholic team. I've heard some things on the way up here to the booth tonight about Marquette Catholic being quick, maybe fast. But when you're hungry for a win right now, you know, and kind of Coach Tarno kind of talked about that before we went on for our pregame interview, is you really don't know what you're going to see from a team that's starving for a win like this.
Well, that's just it. I mean, when a dog is down and things aren't going well, the dog's going to fight a little harder. And I like to think that's what the Cats are going to do tonight. These Cats are hungry. You know, this is obviously a very good team, Marquette. It's not the Marquette from the last couple of years going to, you know, the semi-states and stuff, but it's still a very good Marquette team. But I think OD's got some fight in them, and I think they're capable of, you know, hopefully getting out of this little funk right now, and you know, hopefully they can get one tonight. And I know they got another one here on Saturday night over at Tri-Township. Yep. That's another one going to be a good battle as well. So I think things are looking up for them. They just got to take care of the basketball and hopefully shoot the ball a little bit better.
Well, we turn the page and look at the visiting Marquette Catholic Blazers from Michigan City, Indiana. Head coach Ray Tarno is in his fourth season leading the boys program. He told me he is actually a Knox Redskin alum.
Yes,
so very interesting connecting the dots there. The Blazers started their 2023-2024 season against Bethany Christian on November 28th and won 51-41 on the road. December 5th, they hosted the West Central Trojans and won 65-35. Last week, they traveled to Couts and won 49-34. On Tuesday of this week, they hosted Gary West and lost 64-47 for their first loss of the year. The Blazers come into tonight's matchup at 3-1 on the season. Leading the Blazers in the scoring department is J.J. Welch, averaging 16.3 points per game. Right behind him is Colson Dobre, averaging 10.5, and then Josiah Mays rounds out the top three, averaging 10.5 as well. Dobre also leads the team in rebounds and assists, averaging 6.5 boards per game and 3.5 dimes per game. Alex Bukowski leads the team in steals, averaging 3.3 snags a game. As a team, the Blazers are averaging 53 points per game, and their defense is allowing 43.5. Coach, I know we haven't seen the Blazers yet, but from the short rundown I just gave us, what stuck out to you?
Well, you know, in talking to Coach Tarno, I talked to him a little bit before we came up here, and, you know, like I said, they're not as strong as the last couple years, but, you know, they're very young, actually, and he feels that they're probably a year or two away from making another run. So, you know, they're very talented. Knowing Ray, like I know Ray, these kids are going to play hard. They're going to play good defense. And the other part is Ray never saw a shot he didn't like. So they're going to be firing up threes. I mean, so far this year in their games, I think they've shot 63s in their games. And this is kind of hard to believe, but they're just short of 50% shooting them. So they want to get up and down the floor, and they don't care on a fast break if they're going to pull up and shoot a three or what. They're going to get the attempts,
which if they go through can cause damage quickly.
Real quick. When you're shooting almost 50%, it can be a long evening real quick.
Yeah, we might see some fast timeouts if that occurs. But, man, we are expecting a great evening of IHSAA boys basketball action as we appreciate you joining us on the Coca-Cola pregame show, refreshing the world, making a difference. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors as the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report is next. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Who's in? Who's out? It's the Pulaski Memorial Hospital Injury Report with Mitch Columbi. Mitch?
Thank you, Mr. John Thompson. The Pulaski Memorial Hospital has been serving lives of the residents of Pulaski County and the surrounding area since 1963. We appreciate them supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. We are lucky to say no injuries to report tonight, as that is our Pulaski Memorial Hospital injury report. We turn now and check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. What's going on courtside tonight, Justin?
How's it going, fellas? We're getting a good crowd right now. I mean, it is homecoming, and what's an interesting fact, I'm sure you guys saw it up there, but kind of give our crowds a visual. The senior was who was crowned the king was Cashin Swanson, so he already plays with a little bit of swag. So be ready for a little bit more swag tonight. I think that will bust up his energy up a little bit. But crowds flowing in right now. And here's another interesting thing. I've never really roamed the hallways, but I did a little bit. And through the hallways, you see some older pictures of the past teams. And when you keep walking, all the years keep getting older and older. And I look at the pictures, and I feel like Coach Terry, every time you keep walking for, he gets older. He gets younger and younger.
He gets younger.
You keep walking, he gets younger and younger. And then I look up right now, and there's Terry. That's the vintage Terry up there.
Yeah. I don't know if you're walking backwards or you're blind,
Yeah.
but he's not getting younger.
There you go. Everything's going good right now, fellas. I'm excited.
Well, that's our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. He's going to be giving us inside information throughout the broadcast, getting an ear on the huddles at timeouts as well as interviews at halftime with the coaches. We appreciate him, and we are so excited to be bringing that type of broadcasting to you for this area. Another thing we are adding to the resume. But stay tuned as we will hear from Ray Tarnow of the Blazers and Larry Sinnert of the Bobcats after the break in the KVB Coaches Corner. You are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care closer to home.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Brems. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392.
It's time to hear from the coaches in the KVB Coaches Corner. Here's Mitch Columbi.
I'm here with head coach of the Marquette Catholic Blazers, Ray Tarnow. Coach, you come into tonight's matchup against the Bobcats of Oregon Davis. What do you know about them you can share with us?
Well, on the film, I can see they play defense really hard. Larry does a nice job. He's trying to grow the program and get kids to work and do things like that, and I think he's progressed. And I talk to him quite often as far as coaching stuff. I'm impressed with him. I mean, I know records sometimes don't indicate that you're making progress. I know people get caught up in the record thing. You got to look if you get better or not, and I think they're getting better, and that's what matters. You look at the first film as opposed to the last film. They had a close game with New Prairie. I mean, that's a 3A school. I think they're making progress.
What do you have to see from your boys out on the floor tonight?
We got to grow. We're young. We're taking too many threes. Part of the game plan in the last game against Westside, a much bigger team, very good team. We said we got to let a lot of threes go. Now we got to get back to what we do, which is shoot threes. We got to move the ball better. We're trying to beat people off the dribble too much. We got to move the ball. We got to quit dribbling so much.
Yeah. Message to Blazer Nation who may be listening tonight.
Well, I hope you're pulling for us and stick with us. We're young. I know we graduated 9 seniors. To be quite honest, we're overranked at 5. That's a carryover from last year. But I'm extremely pleased with them. They're good kids. They work hard. They've done everything we asked them to do. And I think we're getting better. And to be honest, I think we're further along than I thought we'd be at this point in the season.
Coach, appreciate meeting you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina.
I'm here with head coach Larry Sinner of the Oregon Davis Bobcats. You're going up against Marquette Catholic tonight, Coach. What can you share with us about them?
They shoot three-pointers nonstop. 3 games, they've shot 60 three-pointers, shooting right around 49% from the line. They're big, they're athletic, they're strong. Coach Tarno does a great job with them. I've known Ray. He just got a pretty good program going there, and they'll be ready to play.
Enough about them. What do you want to see from your boys tonight?
We don't have a problem with our kids playing hard. They've played hard. Whether we haven't put a lot of wins on the table here, but they play hard. They compete to the bitter end. It doesn't matter if we're up 10, down 20, whatever. They continue to play hard. That's a credit to them individually and collectively. But we've got to find a way to play together so that we can win. It's not about me. It's about we. That's what we write on the board. That's what we tell them every game, win or lose. And if we can ever get to that point, I think you'll see some good things from my kids.
Message to Bobcat Nation who may be listening tonight.
Don't give up on us. We're going to get there, I promise.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
Hey folks, Auto Park Fort LaPorte has got some news for you. We now have the largest selection of pre-owned vehicles in LaPorte County. So if you're in the market, come and check us out because right now is the best time to trade in your current vehicle. Not interested in purchasing a vehicle? That's okay. We'll buy yours even if you don't buy ours. Not currently in the market, but your car needs serviced? Come check out our newly renovated service department and let them take care of all your service needs. And remember, we're not just an auto dealer, we're an auto park.
Time now for the keys to the game. Sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen.
All right, as we get set for Indiana High School boys basketball action, what are your keys to the game as a Marquette Catholic Blazer, Terry?
Get off to a good start. I mean, they got to get off to a good start. Don't let the Bobcats think they can hang around with them, and just take care of business early.
All right, now flip sides. If you are the head coach of Oregon Davis, what has to happen in order to get your first win of the season tonight?
Patience and take care of the basketball.
Simple and easy. That's good enough for me, as that's our keys to the game, sponsored by the Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen. Go ahead, sit back, pop open an ice-cold Coke and chill. The Coca-Cola pregame show continues. Our KVB starting lineups are next. You're listening to KVB's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Have you ever wondered how much I could sell my vehicle for? Well, Auto Park Chevrolet GMC can help with that. We're looking to buy your vehicle. It is a quick, simple process that puts money in your pocket. Stop by the Auto Park on Oak Road for one of our sales professionals to assess your vehicle and have a cash price for you in moments. If you're looking to trade, we have stacks of inventory for you to choose from, or you can walk away with a check in hand. Don't hassle with listing on Marketplace or waiting forever to sell it privately. Let us make you an offer today. Auto Park Chevrolet GMC. Check us out at www.autoparkchevroletbuickgmc.com or call 574-936-5590 or come to see us next to Walmart in Plymouth.
It takes smart planning by a skilled expert to get you just the right heating, cooling, and energy-efficient system for your home. McGrath Refrigeration can install an affordable Armstrong air system that will cut your energy costs while enhancing your comfort. You'll see the difference in your first energy bill. Give McGrath Refrigeration your local Armstrong dealer a call today at 574-772-3575. That's 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right.
Puts up a floater! Oh my gosh! High off the glass!
Now it's time for the KVB starting lineups.
For the Bobcats of Oregon Davis of Hamlet, Indiana, starting at point guard is Cashton Swanson. The 2 guard is Connor Frazier. Starting at small forward is Ethan Hewitt. The power forward is Carson Matthew. And the center is Connor Matthew. For the Marquette Catholic Blazers of Michigan City, Indiana, starting at point guard is Alex Bukowski. At the 2 is Josiah Mays. Starting small forward is Von Reel Klutt. At the 4 is J.J. Welsh, and at the 5 is Cole Dobre. That is our KVB starting lineups as we will be back to get set for tip-off. Hey, you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Real magic is everywhere. It's in your mom's cooking, in 4-hour dinners with friends, in that first bite of something new, and in the fizz of a Coca-Cola. Now with so many options for less than $5, the Coca-Cola Value Collection will help you make the most out of every magic moment for so much less. Taste the magic for less with Coca-Cola.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Kankakee Valley Broadcasting, bringing you Indiana high school basketball on 99.3 FM, The Valley.
From the Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana, welcome to game number 11 of our Indiana high school basketball season between the Oregon Davis Bobcats and the Marquette Catholic Blazers. I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting for WKVI. We'll always be there. We also want to let you know about Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WYMR. Join the boss, Tony Ross, on Max 98.3 FM every day as well for even more content involving your area. Between WYMR and WKVI, Kankakee Valley Broadcasting has you covered. Don't hesitate to follow us on social media. We are on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max. For all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content, you can listen to us on your phone. Just go to one of our social media sites I mentioned and tap the link on our page. No excuses. We are literally in the palm of your hand. Well, we are proud to let you know the PA announcer tonight in the Bobcat Den is Marvin McDaniel. The scoreboard operator is Brian Ernst. The scorekeeper is Jeremiah Patrick. Our officials for this evening are Eric Ellenberger, Joseph Bowen, and Mark Havard. With us tonight, breaking things down and analyzing play, we are honored to have sports analyst Terry Minix up here with me in the KVB booth. And courtside is our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Coach, we look around our area schools, all 8 of them. We got to look at them.
Yeah.
We see the doubleheader tonight. The Knox Redskins, boys and girls, are hosting Caston tonight. The girls are 4-7 right now. The boys are 1-0, as we saw last Saturday. What transpires for the girls tonight against Caston?
That's going to be a tough battle for them. Caston's really strong this year. They're I think they're 2 or 3 in the state right now, and they're probably not as good as what everybody thought they were going to be. I mean, in seeing them only once, they're very, very good, but it's going to be an uphill battle for the Lady Redskins tonight. But you never say die, because that team there plays hard. They're scrappy, and if they're playing home, who knows?
All right, now let's talk about the boys. They're going to face off against Caston after the girls' game. The boys, we saw them last week. They didn't look like it was their first game of the season. They looked pretty good here early on. Do you think they take care of business against Caston?
I really do, because I was really, really impressed with the way they played. I guess after, like we talked about after the game, they lost some key players from last year's squad, but they looked like they didn't miss a beat, and they were rolling. Like you said, it was their first game, but if I just got there, you wouldn't have told me that. I would have said it was probably their 5th or 6th or 7th game, because they looked like they were ready to roll.
Well, we see the Tri-Township Tigers in a doubleheader tonight against Boone Grove on the road. The girls' team right now, Chris McGowan's got them rolling. They're 10-0, and then the boys are 1-4. Do you think the girls' team continues the winning ways tonight at Boone Grove?
Oh, for sure. They'll take care of business early over there. Boone's down, and like you say, Chris has got them rolling, and they're playing very, very well. Though I know OD goes over and plays a boy girl on Saturday night against them, and so their OD girls are going to have to play 11-0 team come Saturday night. That's for sure.
And we're going to be there for it too. I'm excited about it. Then the boys, 1-4 right now. Of course, that one win was head coach Snodgrass's 400th career win as a high school basketball head coach. That's rare air, but when I'm talking to somebody like you, I know that's something that you have under your belt. What do you think, having Rick Snodgrass's 400th career win, what do you think that says about a coaching career in your opinion?
Well, it's tough to do. I mean, you obviously, first of all, you got to have some longevity. You got to have the to be able to hang around, and I don't know how many different schools he was at and stuff, but just to be a coach and get a chance at 400 wins, that says a lot. And for him to get 400 wins, there's not a lot of coaches are able to do that. And I take my hat off to him. He's it's hard to do, and congratulations to him. And he's got a few more left in his repertoire.
And one may be tonight against Boone Grove, perhaps?
Yeah, I don't know a lot about him. I don't think Matt McKay's coaching Boone anymore, but I think it's one that they probably have a shot at. And like I say, it's going to be a fun Saturday night when OD goes over there for both of them. It's going to be a fun night.
The Culver Lady Cavaliers are 3-10. We saw them last night. Tough loss to the North Judson Sampier Lady Blue Jays, but they're back in action on the road against Career Academy South Bend, or South Bend Career Academy, I should say. Do the Culver Lady Cavs potentially pick up a win there tonight?
Yeah, they do. They're going to get back on the winning ways and get them a win probably by, I would say, probably 15-16, somewhere around there.
Wow, that is very sharp prediction.
I'm giving, I guess I feel like Vegas right now, but I'm saying I'm giving to 15-16. Let's go 15 and a half.
All right, 15 and a half. We'll hopefully get score updates for that game. We'll see throughout the game. But then for the boys, a couple boys teams in action as well. The West Central Trojans host Washington Township tonight. They are 1-3 right now. We'll have a chance to talk to head coach Brad Odom of the West Central Trojans tomorrow on the Saturday Sports Line. We haven't had a chance to have him on, so we're glad we have a chance to talk with him. But the West Central Trojans 1-3 hosting Washington Township. In your opinion, what transpires?
I know Coach Odom really well. I knew him quite a few years back, and he's getting them going, and I think he's going to really, have them playing better ball every game they play, and so I would not be surprised if they don't get them a win tonight.
All right. Go Trojans. The Winamac Warriors, staying in Pulaski County, they host Triton. The boys' team is 2-4 right now. We haven't had a chance to talk with head coach Mike Springer, but I definitely want to have him on the Saturday Sports Line in time. What do you know about Winamac this year? Do you think they take care of business tonight?
Yeah, I really don't know a lot about it, but anytime you play a Triton team, they're always just so fundamentally sound, and that's the thing you have to be able to overcome is how they're physical. Their best player did not even play this year, and I still think they got a pretty good record so far going this year, and their best player from last year chose not to play. So I think it's going to be a tough battle for them, but not to say they couldn't win. But anytime you play a Triton team, it's tough.
Well, all of those games line us up for hours here at the Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana, as the Oregon Davis Bobcats host the Marquette Catholic Blazers. Should I ask you what your pregame prediction is now about this game, or should we wait?
We better wait.
We better wait. All right, Coach. It's going to be an interesting matchup. We're going to see the Bobcats again tomorrow night in the historic Tiger Den. I always love broadcasting from the Tiger Den. If anyone's,
Hoosiers.
It is just like Hoosiers. If anyone's in the area listening to this, you need to really consider getting to a game at the Tiger Den at any point in your lifetime. It's just an electric atmosphere. It's that small hometown feel. But, of course, those that are listening that have been to the Tiger Den know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm juiced up about tomorrow night, Coach.
But, that being said, it's like Hoosiers. I will say Chris McGowan does not remind me of Gene Hackman.
Well, Gene Hackman, he's a great actor.
Oh, yeah.
He disappeared out of nowhere. The last, 10 to 15 years, he just stopped doing movies. He's hard to track down these days. I think he's in his 90s.
He's got to be.
Man. What? Norman Wood, right? Coach Wood? Coach Wood. Boy, I watched an interview with him on YouTube one time. He said all the movies he's ever done, he'll go out in public and people will say, Coach Wood! He said he never thought in the moment when he was filming that movie that it would turn into what it turned into, and he's been Coach Wood the rest of his life.
That's old Hickory. Old
Hickory. Well, we are so glad to be here tonight. As I am Mitch Columbi, proud to be doing the play-by-play as we are set for Indiana High School boys basketball action from the Bobcat Den in Hamlet, Indiana. Tonight's tip-off is brought to you in part by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack in Winamac. We also appreciate them being the sponsor of the Tyler Roth WKVI Athlete of the Week Award given out each week on the Saturday Sports Line. That's the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. Let's check in courtside with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Justin, we hear the band loud and clear. I got to say, man, this band is a completely different band than it was last year. You look across the way, man, and they may be small in numbers, but they sound awfully loud and proud tonight.
Oh, absolutely. And last game, when I was here, they were nice and loud, too. And this is just I love being here at the Den. It's a beautiful gym. I love the ceiling. I love how it's just shaped, man. It's just a beautiful Indiana high school gym. Along to the side, we got a student section with the bleachers. I love when schools and gyms have that. Love the band. Everything's fun. We're flowing down here, Mitch. Are you guys flowing up there? We're flowing down here.
We're flowing,
I feel like it's going to be a lot of energy right off the bat from Oregon Davis because, again, like I said, it's homecoming, and one of their players got King, one of their players got Prince. So I feel like they're a little bit juiced right now getting ready to play.
There you go.
Very tough Marquette team.
For sure. I tell you, you talk about this band director. He's new this year.
What's his name?
I should know it, but he has done an amazing job, and hopefully he's here for years and years. I think he's done a wonderful job, and we appreciate him very much.
No, he seems very hands-on, and you can tell he cares about the sound of the band. You can hear it in the background if you are listening on the radio right now. This is the atmosphere we have right now, and we love it. Every time we get a chance to come to the Bobcat Den. Of course, you look up to the ceiling, you see the state championship banners hanging along with Old Faithful, the American flag. I mean, what a great place to be. As I'm going to turn things over to our public address announcer, Marvin McDaniel, as we stand by for our national anthem. Every morning, join Rich Wallen on the WKVI Morning Show, Monday through Friday, 5 a.m. to 12 p.m. Central. Catch local news as well for our area with Kankakee Valley Broadcasting News Director Anita Gooden, who covers news on WYMR and WKVI. You can catch our stories on WKVI.com and Max983.net to stay up to speed in your local area. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. We go over our starting lineups one more time for the Bobcats of Oregon-Davis. We're going to see Cashton Swanson as the point guard. The 2 guard is Connor Frazier, Ethan Hewitt at the 3, Carson Matthew at the 4, and Connor Matthew at the 5. For the Blazers of Marquette Catholic, we're going to see Alex Bukowski at the 1. Josiah Mays is at the 2. Von Real Klutt is at the 4, or at the 3, and at the 4 is J.J. Welsh, who, as I said in our Coca-Cola pregame show, leads the team in points right now. And at the 5 is Cole Dobre. They douse the lights here in the Bobcat Den as they're going through the starting lineups. They've got the spotlight shining right on the Oregon-Davis Bobcats. You see head coach Larry Center. Man, I got to ask him how many suits he has. He's got more than 2. I like this look. He's got a nice look right now. It's all gray suit, top, bottom, black shirt with a nice tie.
Sharp-dressed man.
He's a sharp-dressed guy, man. Love it. And also, the JV head coach, his assistant, he dresses in a suit as well. I like that, Coach. You guys have some good coaches here.
Yeah, I can say in the 30 years plus that I coached, I never had a suit on.
Even back in the old days?
Even back in the old days.
Well, did they not make you, when you played, did they not make you dress up on game day?
Yeah, we did when I played, but not when I coached.
Oh, okay. So
I didn't want to be them guys that, rip my jacket off.
Yeah, because you knew it wasn't going to last.
I knew it wasn't going to last long.
So here we are in the middle. It's Carson Matthew and Colson Dobre. Dobre very tall at 6'6", 6'7" with his hair, head coach Tarno told me, as he's going to control the tip, and the Blazers have possession here. Starting off right away, it's J.J. Welsh to the corner. Von Real Klutt back over to Dobre to the corner, and a whistle's called. Travel.
Good start.
Looks like a little pressure here from the Blazers as
man-to-man.
Real Klutt is going to pick up man-to-man with Cashton Swanson as he brings it half court. Picks up his dribble, kicks it over. This is number 0, Ethan Hewitt. Hewitt inside to Matthew. Post shot, no good. Great defense. Oh, nice rebound by Cashton Swanson. And the put back goes. The Bobcats take the lead first, 2-0 here in the early going.
Just staying with it. That's what got him that basket. Littlest guy on the floor and was able to get that rebound.
On the other end of the floor, it's Welch, top of the key. He finds it to Dobre in the near corner. Driving in baseline, couldn't get the shot to go. Last touch by a Bobcat, it goes out of bounds, and Center's right there on the corner 3.
I really think they had a double team on him on number 12. Dobre, because Larry Center was guarding him, had him boxed in.
He did.
And Matthews had him on the other side.
The officials are letting him play, even the coaches, as here's to the far corner. It's Welch back to Dobre. He drives baseline, back to Welch, look for 3, nothing there, then back over to Alex
good
Bukowski.
Rotation.
Almost stolen by Cashton Swanson, you're right.
I'm impressed with, they're playing with the high intensity. I think Justin called that out. I mean, they're pumped up, ready to go, and it looks like it on that man-to-man right now. The rotation's great.
Sideline out of bounds play for the Blazers as they kick it into Bukowski, top of the key. Alex is a sophomore, 5'6". He finds Dobre, top of the key. Hands off. Driving inside, back to the corner. It's Josiah Mays. Dump off pass, back to Bukowski. Finds it to the far corner. Big time 3 on the way, and he gets it to go. Von Real Klutt, the freshman, gets it to drop through for the first points of the game for the Blazers. 3-2, they take the lead. Is here on the other end. Cashton Swanson threw it away.
Pass.
Stolen by Dobre on the inside, and then a whistle's called.
That was a nice read. He just needed to throw a bounce pass as opposed to the pass he threw. That's kind of a lost art, a bounce pass.
It really is. Even entry passes to the post.
Right.
Isn't that sad?
Yeah, right.
Bukowski, top of the key. Swanson on him. To the corner, it's Von Riel Klutt again for three. No good. Rebounded, though. They get a second chance opportunity as Josiah Mays got in there. Back to the top of the key. Alex Bukowski pops a three. No good. Rebound to Matthew, and here they come, pushing it forward. It's Connor Frazier. Puts up a layup.
You got to pull that back. You got a 3-on-1, and you have to be able to pull that back. And, hopefully the rest of your team's coming to help you.
Big time block by Dobre as he can run the floor for a 6'6" man. Entry pass from the out-of-bounds play, finds it to Ethan Hewitt, pops it from 16, right at the free throw line, no good, and rebounded by J.J. Welch. Here come the Blazers. Cross-court pass to Josiah Mays, right back to Alex Bukowski. No, this is Von Riel Klutt, then back to Welch. He pops the three, no good, too hard. Rebounded by Josiah Mays on the inside, goes up for a layup.
Off his knee. I think it's what?
It looked like it went off his knee, but they didn't see it. So it's going to stay here. Blazer ball, 3-2, 5:30 to go here in the opening quarter.
I haven't kept track on how many threes they've taken so far, but I think it's 6.
It's close, yeah. Yep, I'd say you're about right. Out of bounds, play underneath their own basket. They get it into Welch, and then far corner, back up top to Von Riel Klutt. He's at the top of the key at the volleyball line. He then finds Alex Bukowski, who pops the three. No good. Rebounded inside. Welch, he puts back, and it rattles around. 5-2. Blazers take a 3-point lead and a timeout by head coach Larry Sennert. He wants to talk things over as tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services specializing in mobile crane service. Call Joe Nepp at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Quick timeout there by head coach Sennert.
That's actually a very good timeout. I mean, they started out really well. They're pumped up, ready to go, and I think right now they just need a basket here to keep it real close, and be patient. Let them keep firing the threes. You got to contest them, but, let them take them threes. You take your chances with that. But, like that 3-on-1, I think, pull it back out, run your offense, be patient with it, get the ball inside to your big guy.
Picking up full court are the Blazers. As out of the timeout, the Bobcats get it into Connor Frazier. Back to Hewitt. They're going to have to get it across half court here soon. It's Cashton Swanson. He's going to do that exactly. Now he picks up his dribble at the left elbow. Cross-court pass, Connor Frazier. Now inside to Matthew. Here comes the double.
Double down.
And they steal it from Matthew. And here comes Josiah Mays, coast to coast. Tried to put up a floater. I think he was trying to get it to Von Riel Klutt, and it goes sailing out of bounds. They're going to call a foul here.
Connor Frazier, that's his first.
So out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Blazers yet again. Van Klutt to take it out. Slaps the ball. Here comes the play. Throws it up high to Dobre, who then gets a floater on the inside to go. It's pretty easy when you've got a tall guy like that. 7-2, the Blazers lead here, under 5 to go in the first.
Bobcats need a basket.
Oh, man, Swanson spun around and almost lost it. Now both teams are on the floor, and a jump ball is called. It'll stay here, Bobcat basketball. Sideline out of bounds play for the Bobcats right in front of the Blazers bench. They kick it backcourt to Connor Frazier, who brings it across the timeline. He picks up his dribble, finds it to Matthew. Deep two on the way.
Not where you want him.
And we talked about it last weekend. So it goes sailing out of bounds.
He needs to have his back to the basket, especially against Dobre, their best player. You've got to be able to attack him, and the best way to do that is with your back to the basket, drop steps, power layups, or whatever you're taking. Go within 3 or 4 feet.
So on the other end of the floor, the Blazers have it. It's Josiah Mays to the corner. J.J. Welch driving baseline, jump step, nothing there. Stolen back by the Bobcats. Here comes Connor Frazier. He passes it up to Matthew. Then another dump-off pass to his brother. And then a whistle here. Or excuse me, that was Brady Danford. They've already checked him back in. I missed that. My apologies. So Carson Matthew is still out there along with Brady Danford, Connor Frazier, Ethan Hewitt, and Cashton Swanson. Out of bounds play, finds it to Ethan Hewitt from 14, no good in the corner. Rebound to J.J. Welch, and here come the Blazers. Welch driving baseline, and right behind him, Brady Danford got in there and almost stole it. It goes out of bounds. It'll stay here. Going to run a lot of out-of-bounds plays here in this first quarter. As here comes the play. Swanson got his hand and slapped it back out of bounds. So another play here. Out of bounds underneath their own basket for the Blazers. As this is Rodney Wash to take it out. He just checked in a few moments ago for them. Gets it to the corner to Dobre. Dump off to J.J. Welch. He puts up the shot, and he gets it to go for an and-one opportunity.
I think Frazier's going to get his second foul.
Making it 9-2 here in the first. Clock is stopped at 3:56. He's going to have a three-point opportunity as today's broadcast is brought to you in part by First Farmers Bank and Trust, providing state-of-the-art banking with old-fashioned service. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on KVB's WKVI. Free throw goes through as it's now 10-2, and Connor Frazier's going to have to check out, and checking in is Casey Cook for the Bobcats. Hewitt gets it into Brady Danford. Some pressure here from the Blazers as J.J. Welch is on him. Danford gets it over to Ethan Hewitt. He's going to cross the timeline through his legs, picks up his dribble, back to Cashton Swanson. Swanson at the volleyball line, comes inside, now at the three-point line, drives in, fakes the shot, nice little up and under. No good, and rebounded by Dobre. Here they come, pushing the ball forward, up to Von Rill Klutt. Klutt driving in, cross-court pass, this is Walsh. He's got the ball, nice move inside, and he gets the right-hand layup to go. 12-2, 10-point ball game, 3:20 to go here in the first. Matthew, give and go, back to Hewitt. Pops it from 16 in the near corner. Couldn't get it to go. He was fading away, Coach.
Yeah, they don't need to be rushing the shots like that. They need possessions where they're taking time off the clock.
Welch now over to Wash back to Josiah Mays in the far corner, and then a whistle's called. Might be on Danford here. We'll see.
That's who they're calling that on.
No, they're calling it on Cook. So Casey Cook comes up with the foul here as another out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Blazers. They pulled away here in the last couple of minutes. The Bobcats were the first to score, but since that time, the Blazers have put 12 points on the board. It's Colson Dobre. And a big-time three. I look down at my sheet, and right away, J.J. Welch pops the three and makes it happen. 15-2 here. Bobcats on the other end of the floor. It's Connor Danford. Or Brady Danford, excuse me. That was last year. Missed the shot. Rebounded by the Blazers, and here they come. Finds Colson Dobre, top of the key. He hangs out way outside. You notice that, Coach?
Yeah. Pretty athletic.
Hands off the number 2, Josiah Mays. Layup no good. Fight for the rebound. He gets his own rebound. Passes to the corner to Real Klutt. Klutt now back over to Dobre. Pops the three. Top of the key. No good. And rebounded Cashton Swanson. And then it goes right off his foot.
I'd like to see the Bobcats just bring the ball down, pass the ball around 3 or 4 times, work the ball, get a good shot, run some time off the clock.
Take the time.
Yep. Be patient. That's what I said in the beginning. They have to be patient, take care of the basketball.
Sideline out of bounds play. Finds it to J.J. Welch on the inside. Wow. Crazy angle as he made the layup from underneath the basket, making it 17-2 here in the first. And it's going to almost be stolen by the Blazers, and head coach Larry Sinnert wants a timeout, as today's game is brought to you in part by Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, serving Pulaski County for 44 years. Call 574-946-6894 and ask for Howard or Dean. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and being part of this wonderful tradition. Well, it's an interesting time right now. It happened fast, Coach. 15 points.
Yeah, it did. I mean, the worst thing that could happen for the Bobcats did happen, and I think a lot of that they brought on themselves by forcing a lot of quick shots instead of taking time off the clock and passing the ball 3 or 4 times. I'm not saying they were terrible shots. It's just ones that you, at any point in time, you were going to get that shot. So why take it real quick in the possession?
Let's check in with our sideline reporter who is at the Blazers huddle. Justin, what are you hearing inside the huddle there for the Blazers?
Coach Ray right now is pretty excited about them defense. He's actually decided more about their offense, really swinging the ball, getting a foot in the paint once, and then kicking out to their shooters. And then on defense, he said, try to make them uncomfortable. And right now, I think they're doing so. They're really forcing OD to take up unforced shots. I feel like they're rushing it too much, like Coach Minnick said. I think they need to take their time if you're OD and really move the ball and try to get maybe even a post feed in there to get the interior.
Well, we appreciate you, Justin, as that's our sideline reporter, getting all the inside information. I think head coach Tarno has a right to say some of those things on the huddle. Happy with the offense right now.
Yeah, I think he can't find a lot that he's not happy with right now.
So out of the timeout, the Blazers have possession here. Driving in, it's number 1, Alex Bukowski, who just checked back in, and then he finds it to Vonreal Klutt, and he's going to pop a three top of the key. That's the freshman's second three of the night. Boy, he can shoot.
Yeah.
20-2 now.
They're going to put the threes up.
Swanson spinning around on Real Klutt, couldn't get it to go. Fights for his own rebound.
Now, how many times is that where we've come down, we have not made a pass, we've come down and just taken a shot? I mean, we've got to have at least one entry post pass and back out and move the ball.
Move the ball.
3 or 4 times, and like I say, take some time off the clock.
So unfortunate foul there causes the Bobcats to give the ball to Marquette Catholic here. And then they miss the shot on their end, and it's rebounded by Connor Frazier. Frazier finds it to Ethan Hewitt, spinning around, and he's called for a travel.
See, that was basically one pass. It was 2 passes, but the same thing. The kids got to understand that that's a shot you're going to get at any point in time. You know, maybe they don't understand that, saying, well, no, he's not the one. No, that wasn't that good a shot. You have to work the ball to get the best shot you can possibly get while taking time off.
Make the defense move.
Right.
As on the other end of the floor, Van Klutt drives inside, dump off pass to Wash, and then whistles are called.
Jump ball. Possession, Michigan City.
So it's another out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket here. Alex Bukowski to take it out, the sophomore. Slaps the ball. Here comes Picks. He gets it to the freshman, Vonreal Klutt. Real Klutt gets it over to Josiah Mays. Then he gets it back to J.J. Welch. Lost the ball, stolen by the Bobcats, and here they come. It's Cashton Swanson, the last 30 seconds of this first quarter. Crossing over, driving inside, turn around, fakes, puts up the shot, and he gets it to go. Risky, but it paid off there for Cashton Swanson, Coach.
Yeah. Like an NBA continuation.
It was very interesting as a quick 30-second timeout by head coach Ray Tarno of the Marquette Catholic Blazers, as tonight's game is also sponsored in part by McGrath Refrigeration, a family-owned business since 1967, and your local Armstrong Air dealer. Call them for all your heating and cooling needs at 574-772-3575. McGrath Refrigeration, where the temperature is always just right. We appreciate them and their support toward helping continue this tradition. Quick time out there by Coach Tarno. What do you think he's talking about?
Well, I got a pretty good feeling at what he was telling Eisenberg, the one official, that they were getting a little frisky, a little physical down there, Danford, on that last one. Watch them. They're getting too physical, and by the gesture he was giving to the kids down there, his kids, that's what he's telling them. We're not going to let them beat us around no matter what, if we're winning or losing.
Well, it's the game within the game.
Right. I mean, you think a guy, 20-4, why is he calling a timeout? But I saw him talk to the official.
Honest.
Yep.
Swanson couldn't get the three-point opportunity to go through. I like his free throw warm-up routine. It reminded me of Gilbert Arenas. Far side of the court, a travel is called on Real Klutt, as it's another turnover for the Blazers here. Last 19 seconds, the Bobcats get it into Cashton Swanson. Swanson spins around, top of the key, try to make something happen, picks up his dribble at the left elbow, then finds Connor Frazier at the top of the key. Oh, man, he's going to throw it away. Here comes Alex Bukowski, back to J.J. Welch. Inside to Wash, back to Welch, pops the three in the corner, and he gets it to go at the buzzer. So at the end of the first quarter, 23-4, the Marquette Catholic Blazers lead the Oregon-Davis Bobcats. We're going to step away and take a break with them. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
We thank Farm Fertilizer for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. Call them at 574-867-2441. That's Farm Fertilizer, helping to move the bar on yield and crop investment returns. We go to the second quarter. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and sideline reporter Justin Ruff. Thank you for being here, as Indiana high school basketball is so precious to the many listeners tonight, as we're back in action right away. Hits J.J. Welch in the far corner, pops the three for the Blazers, no good. Fight for the rebound, it's Connor Frazier fighting for it. DJ Garland's going to pick it up, and here come the Bobcats. Garland, coast to coast, puts up a shot, no good, and rebounded by Colson Dobre. Here come the Blazers. It's Alex Bukowski to the corner. J.J. Welch fakes the three, tried to drive baseline, nothing there. Fast turnover there for the Blazers.
I can't tell you how many times that happens when they've got a wide open three and they don't take it, and they really wasn't going to gain anything going in.
By baseline.
All right, so just take the shot or pass the ball back around.
Pass the ball, yeah. Garland brings it across half court. He's going to get it to Connor Frazier. Now to the right elbow. Now to Ethan Hewitt driving baseline, and he's called for a travel. But that's the kind of play you're talking about. Right. They get it into Matthew at the right elbow, then Matthew dump off inside to Hewitt. That's the kind of ball movement we want to see.
Yeah, they need a lane touch every time. Oh, he traveled.
Near corner is Josiah Mays driving baseline, picks up his dribble with DJ Garland on him. Back up top to Von Real Klutt. Then to the corner, Colson Dobre driving in. Passes up top. This is Alex Bukowski. Then he finds Josiah Mays. Then to Von Real Klutt. Back to Mays. Into the corner. Colson Dobre driving baseline. Dump off the Real Klutt. Then to J.J. Welch.
There he did
Called
it again.
For a travel again on the far corner. Tried to fake the shot and drive around.
Yep.
You thought he'd learn after the first one. Maybe he'll learn after that one.
Yep. Third time's the charm.
Third time's the charm. So, off the turnover, 23-4. The Blazers lead the Bobcats here as it's DJ Garland taking the pick from Ethan Hewitt, and he threw it away. Now there's players on the floor fighting for it. A jump ball is called, and it will stay here, Bobcat basketball. Not only do we see the cheerleaders here in full force for Oregon-Davis, the pep band as well as the mascot in attendance tonight. So the spirit is here for Oregon-Davis tonight. As an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket, finds Cashton Swanson, getting it to Carson Matthew from 15 in the corner, no good, and rebounded Blazers. Here they come, pushing it forward. Josiah Mays puts up the layup, no good, and rebounded by Ethan Hewitt. Here come the Bobcats now. Hewitt, he's going to slow it up and get it back to DJ Garland. Garland's going to bring it across half court, Coming up on 6 minutes to go here in a second. Spin around, shot from the post. It's Carson Matthew, no good. Defense from Colson Dobre was there. He comes up with the rebound and gets it back to Josiah Mays, and here come the Blazers. Mays gets it to the corner. This is Alex Pekoski. Pekoski with the ball. He's got Connor Frazier on him. The Bobcats are in that man-to-man D.
Connor's got that's his third foul.
And he reached in on Pekoski. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. What'd you hear in the quarter break, Justin?
Well, it was a funny story. You can tell that these two coaches have a history because Coach Ray for the Marquette Blazers kind of whispered to the referee that Coach Center was too far on the basketball court. Referee told Center, and then Center giggled and kind of hit Tarno in the back. Friendly little tap. But you can tell that these guys have history and friendship.
Sideline reporter Justin Ruff providing all the inside information. We appreciate him. Is back in action. Sideline out of bounds play, finds it to Colson Dobre on the left elbow. Almost lost it, saved by Alex Pekoski, and then he gets it back to Dobre at the top of the key. He's got Carson Matthew on him, spins around, drives inside. Nice steal by Carson Matthew. Here come the Bobcats, pushing it forward. It's Ethan Hewitt, puts up the layup, no good. Fight for the rebound. It's Brady Danford on the inside, and his putback's no good, and a foul is called.
Dobre.
Little fight here from the Bobcats. They are calling it on Dobre. Not very often we see guys above 6'4". As that 6'6", Dobre is that tall guy on the inside Carson Matthews is having a fight with. He stole the ball from Dobre on the other end of the floor just a moment ago as the first free throw from Danford is no good, keeping it 23-4, 5:20 to go here in the second.
Well, I tell you, if I'm the Bobcats and Dobre wants to stay out at the three-point line, if I was Matthews, I'm gonna stay back in there where I can rebound and I can help my team the most. And if he hits 3 or 4 threes, which I'm betting against it.
That's what I'm saying. Prove to me that you can shoot it first.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be going out there with him. I would just let him have it. Back way off of him now. Go back and help your friends.
Danford hits the second free throw, 23-5, as here's Dobre again driving inside on Matthew. You got right around him.
That's why you back off of him.
And I think that's what head coach Larry Sennert was telling him. As Dobre gets the points to go through, 25-5, a 20-point ball game. DJ Garland now crosses over Josiah Mays, drives inside, puts up a floater! Nice move by DJ Garland. 25-7, a beautiful play. As here are the Blazers on the other end of the floor. Oh no, they left Alex Pekoski wide open for three. No good on the extended wing and rebounded by Ethan Hewitt. He gets it back to DJ Garland and they're going to take their time, bringing it across half court here. Garland gets it over to Hewitt, then back to Garland. Garland looking inside. He's got Josiah Mays all over him. They switch. He's got Real Cludd on him. Then back over to Cashton Swanson in the near corner. Spinning left, back right, then spinning right. Fades away. Nope. And are rebounded by Colson Dobre. Swanson trying to make too many things happen. And he pushed Dobre. Nothing called.
He's smiling about it.
He is smiling about it. Well, he feels like there's been a couple of plays he was called for. It's chippy inside there. As Dobre now driving in, back out to Mays. He pops the three. No good, too hard. Fight for the rebound. Mays gets his own rebound, and then a foul is called on DJ Garland.
It's his first. Actually, I think Coach Tarno made that call. He was standing right in front of.
Yeah, he did. He did. He was complaining about the push. Like we said, it's a game within the game.
I got no problem with it.
Well, and that's part of it. As the coach, my coach said, you're not supposed to talk to the refs. That's my job. Now to the near corner. It's J.J. Welch inside to Dobre. He's going to get an and one here. Makes it 27-7 with a three-point opportunity for Colson Dobre as Mark's Body Shop in Knox is proud to be part of the broadcast this evening. If you ever need collision repair, contact Mark at 574-772-7003. Mark told me they are hiring. Get your applications ready and turned in for consideration at Mark's Body Shop in Knox. The and one opportunity is no good from Colson Dobre, and the Bobcats have possession.
Ooh, he traveled.
And Swanson is called for a travel there. Unofficially, of course, this is unofficial. I don't have the exact stats, but that 14. Was Oregon Davis.
14. How many you got?
7. Turnovers? You got 14?
I don't have it. I'm not keeping turnovers.
Oh, I was about to say.
No, I'm not.
I have unofficially 7. As here on the other end of the floor, it's Wash getting it back to J.J. Welch, and then up top to Pekoski, who does a little hesitation move and gets an easy right-hand layup, making it 29-7 here. 3 minutes to go in the first half. It's all Blazers so far as Swanson behind his back with Mays on him. Goes to the left elbow, picks his dribble up, almost stolen it is. Picked up by Pekoski. Now it's going to be almost stolen back by the Bobcats, and now it's really getting chippy out here. And head coach Ray Tarnow has just about had enough of it tonight, Coach.
Wow. I don't remember getting away with that much.
Interesting. So now the officials are having a conference here. It's getting a little chippy, but this is Indiana basketball. This is what you like to see. You don't want to see fist fights.
No.
But you want to see that intensity and the chippiness. And you just saw head coach Larry Sinner kind of calming Cashton down, saying, "Hey, you can't be Draymond Green out here."
Yeah. No, we definitely don't want that. But I mean, you like that they still have the fire and everything, but play within the rules of the game and just keep playing hard and let the chips fall where they may at that point.
Yeah. So after that, the Blazers have possession. Top of the key, it's Colson Dobre handing off to Josiah Mays. He's at the volleyball line. He gets it to the far corner. Alex Pekoski, entry pass to Colson Dobre. Turnaround shot from the post, no good. Ethan Hewitt was on him. Enough to cause problems, and they come up with the rebound. Here come the Bobcats. It's Hewitt taking the pick, pops it from the far corner very fast.
The one shot. I just don't like the no pass and shoot it.
Shooting it.
Nope.
Rebounded luckily by DJ Garland. It stays here for the Bobcats. 2:20 to go in the first half. 29-7. Swanson's going to pop the three. No good. And rebounded by Josiah Mays. Here comes Mays crossing half court. He's got the ball and he runs right in to Brady Danford. And a charging foul is called. Mays lowered his shoulder and just went for it. Another freshman out there on the floor along with Von Riel Klutt. The Blazers have 2 freshmen that they rely heavily on here, Coach.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be good. I mean, obviously they're very good right now, but I think the future looks really good for these Blazers.
2 minutes to go, 29-7. Marquette Catholic leads Oregon Davis. DJ Garland from the left elbow, dump off pass to number 5, Connor Matthew, and he couldn't get it to go, but he is fouled, and he will go to the line to shoot 2. Zingo Express of Knox is a proud sponsor of tonight's action. Stop by Zingo Express in Knox and fuel up both you and your vehicle the Zingo Express way. Today's game is also brought to you in part by Todd and Josh Lawrence of Lawrence Farms. We thank Todd and Josh Lawrence for supporting local high school sports. First free throw is up, away, and no good from Connor Matthew. And now checking in for J.J. Welch of the Blazers is number 24, Rodney Wash, the senior. Matthew, second free throw up, away, and it rattles out. Rebounded by Colson Dobre. He didn't have to jump. He just holds his hand up and grabs it. He's so tall.
That's his 8th rebound.
Oh, big-time 3 from Wash. He just checked in and cashes a big one from the far corner, making it 32-7. Swanson to the near corner. This is Brady Danford on the other end of the floor for the Bobcats. He's doubled. My goodness, this is getting intense here. Somehow, Alex Pekoski's head got in the way and wrapped up inside Brady Danford's arms. They call it, though, on the Blazers for reaching, and it's an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket, and now Pekoski may have blood.
Bloody nose. He got the foul and the bloody nose.
Gee whiz. I think they checked him. He looks fine, so we're going to be back in action. Cashton Swanson to take it out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Swanson gets it into Brady Danford, then back up top to DJ Garland. Garland crosses over inside to Connor Matthew. Dump off to Cashton Swanson. Fakes the shot, picks up his dribble, back out to Ethan Hewitt. Pops the three, no good, but rebounded by Brady Danford. His putback is no good, and he will go to the line to shoot two. We'll see who they call it on here. Alex Bukowski.
Second.
That is Marquette Catholic's 5th foul here in this quarter. First free throw from Danford is good. 32-8 is the score now. As here's the second free throw. Up and away, and it is good. 32-9 now's the score with 1:19 to go in the first half. It's been all Marquette Catholic, but there has been some fight from the Oregon Davis Bobcats, that's for sure. They're not going down without a fight. As here's on the other side of the floor, it's Von Real Klutt. Gets it back to Colson Dobre. Dobre hands off to Alex Bukowski. Picks up his dribble at the left elbow. Back up to Wash up top. Rodney Wash with the ball, then finds Colson Dobre. He is deep out there at the volleyball line, and Ethan Hewitt was all over him.
There's no reason to
be all over him
out,
like that.
Out there.
Yeah, when Dobre's out at the volleyball line, we don't need to be all up in his junk like that.
No.
Make him beat you. Show us that you can do what you're trying to do.
Right.
So off the foul, it's a sideline out of bounds play. They just kick it back court to Von Real Klutt. That's his name. Von first name, last name Real Klutt. Hyphenated last name. As here is Nate Bakota.
They're testing you.
They are testing me tonight as he just checked in, and then a foul's called on the floor.
Matthews.
Yep, Connor Matthew on the foul.
It's his second.
So this puts J.J. Welch at the line. The junior, 6'2", leads the team in scoring right now. First free throw is up away, and he gets it to go. .36.2 seconds left in the first half as the second free throw from Welch is good. Welch right now averaging 16.3 points per game for the Blazers. Last 30 seconds here of the first half, 34-9. Cashton Swanson goes inside, and it's blocked by Colson Dobre. Little extracurriculars here on the floor between Welch and Swanson, and then a whistle's called on the other end of the floor.
Shooting free throws. It's on Garland.
As Nate,
second.
Yeah, Garland his second, and Nate Bagota, the sophomore, is now at the line. He checked in just a few moments ago. First free throw up, away, and no good. Several subs check in. Davion Williams is one of them, as well as Aiden Johnson. Also, Liam Coates. First time we're seeing these young gentlemen out here on the floor tonight. 34-9, the Blazers lead. Second free throw's up away for Bakota. No good, and rebounded by Connor Matthew. He gets it to Ethan Hewitt for the last 20 seconds of the first half. Now over to Cashton Swanson. Swanson swings it over to DJ Garland. Looking inside, nothing there. Garland between his legs, crosses over, drives inside. Beautiful play, puts up the layup, no good. Gets his own rebound, and his putback's no good, but he's fouled from behind. He got me excited on that one. He's a little shifty out there, DJ Garland. He gets the defender thinking he's going one way and then goes the exact opposite way. Stop the clock at 8.5. Garland puts his first free throw up and no good. Too hard. These are the points you and I have talked about it before. We got to be making these.
Yep.
Second free throw from Garland. No good. Off the left side of the rim, as now And they're calling a foul on Cashton Swanson. He got a little too aggressive there. They're going to shoot free throws again, Coach.
I think he called that on Danforth.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, maybe he called.
I just saw him put 2 up in the air. I didn't know.
Oh.
But he could have been signaling 2 shots. I'm not sure.
So 2-0.
Yeah, this puts Bakota at the line, and Swanson's going to check out. So it must have been on Swanson. And Casey Cook is going to check in for him. The first free throw was good for from Bakota. As his second free throw is up away, and it's good. Last 5.2 seconds here. Matthew gets it into DJ Garland. He's doubled. He's got to make something happen. Last 2 seconds. He's going to chuck it from half court. Nope, not enough. He lost it. And that will be the end of the first half. 36-9 is the score as the Marquette Catholic Blazers lead the Oregon Davis Bobcats. A tough first half for the Bobcats. We'll stand by for our standard plumbing, heating, and air conditioning halftime show. We'll also see if our sideline reporter has an opportunity to talk with head coach Larry Sennard. As Larry's walking to that general direction here, we'll see if Justin can have a moment here. Yes, he does. Let's go down to sideline reporter Justin Ruff.
How's it going, Coach? You knocked it on the head when you said in the pregame that this team likes to shoot threes. They've done a lot of that. They've done a lot of driving. What are your adjustments to slow that down and chip away to this lead?
We're going to have to. We got to get up and go. Our focus was number 2 early, and we've done a good job on him. But in the process, we've left the other kids open. We can't do that, And it's just the game is, they're fast, they're quick, they're athletic, and we just got to match their intensity. I think mentally we got a little bit caught up in the game, got behind. We got to move on from that and get going. We're a better team than what we're playing, but we got to make shots. We're not making shots right now.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All right, Justin, I also think you've got head coach Tarno behind you there. Let's send it right back down to Justin Ruff. Justin.
Hey, thanks, Miss Coach. You didn't lie when you said that you guys love to shoot threes. You've done a lot of that, but you're doing a good job at attacking the paint. What are your adjustments? What are you happy about with this first half? What are your adjustments in the second half?
Well, I think we shoot a lot of threes. That's what we got to do right now. But the inside-out 3, the ball reversal 3, we're good. It's the just jacket 3, not good. So we're getting better at that. We are getting the rim a little bit better. We're going to have to play a little bit more physical. The game ways being officiated dictates that. So we got to get a little bit, got to get older, but it ain't going to happen tonight. You know what I'm saying? So we got to get a little more physical. We can't get caught up in other things. We just got to play basketball and share the ball and be a good basketball team. So they're a little, amped up right now, and I get it. I'm just going to talk to them, tell them to settle down. We talked about the difference between good shots and great shots. Let's get great shots now.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Back to you, Mitch.
All right, thank you to our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Head coach Tarno was waiting. We told him we'd catch him on the way back. He was like, no, I want to talk to you now.
Well, I tell you what, when it's 36-9, I'm going to talk
to you now.
My guys are in there getting water right now. Let them rest a little bit.
He also told me that early on in his career, he actually worked for WKVI for a short amount of time.
Yeah, he was working when David Haw of the Chicago fame, was there. So,
he's got a great voice.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't tell him that, but Ray, Ray's doing a really nice job. He's got a really nice team. They're, like I said, the only thing probably bad about this team is they're young. But the good thing about this team, they're young.
They're young, for tonight, right? Well, we're going to step away and take a break. We're going to come back for the standard plumbing, heating, and air conditioning halftime show. For sports analyst Terry Minnick, sideline reporter Justin Ruff, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know while harvest may be wrapping up, the work is not done. Taking care of livestock, maintaining equipment, planning for the next season, and managing financials keeps farmers and farm families busy throughout the holidays. Laying the groundwork for a successful 2024 means next year's laborers will reap higher rewards. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers Bank and Trust. When you're ready to make a plan for next year's financial success, come into our branch in North Judson, Knox, or Culver, or visit ffbt.com to learn more. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
In 49 other states, it's just basketball. But this is Indiana. Stay tuned for more in-game action with Mitch Columbi on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
BP gasoline with Invigorate helps clean your engine and can give you more miles per tank. Continuous use may result in the following pleasant side effects: excessive smiling, feeling more relaxed, taking more drives just because, volunteering for carpool twice in a row, and bragging to your friends about how you use our best fuel ever. To find out if BP gasoline with Invigorate is right for you, stop by your local station to discover our best fuel ever. Versus minimum detergent gas. Average restored 3 to 5 miles per tank, based on fleet testing and based on what you drive and how you drive.
High school sports brought to you by Zingo Express.
Welcome to the Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning Halftime Show on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Here's Mitch Columbi.
36-9 is the score as the Marquette Catholic Blazers lead the Oregon Davis Bobcats. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. Talking with our sports analyst, two-time Indiana High School basketball state champion head coach Terry Minix. Coach, what'd you see in that first half?
Well, I think
I like how you said, well,
it's one of them things that, I said it and I hate beating the dead horse, but I just thought they came down and were taking the first shot, the very first shot, and then, if you're not making that very first shot, all they're going to do is get rebounds. They go down, they hit a three, and you're just making it snowball. We needed to get some lane touches every time, at least pass the ball around a little bit. When you have the ball, it's hard for them to score. I'm not a brain surgeon, but I've figured that much out. If I've got the ball, they can't score.
Right.
So if you're taking care of the basketball, being patient with the basketball, getting good shots, you're going to have nights where they don't fall. But, taking good shots, like I said over and over, is we took a lot of shots I felt that we could get at any time in that possession. If we just kept going, we could get them. That's why you keep moving the ball around, running your offense, whatever that is, run your offense, and then you're going to get, hopefully, a layup or whatever that play is designed to get you.
Now, if you're Marquette Catholic, do you change anything up, or you just say business as usual, boys?
Well, I think it's business as usual. Obviously, I think he's going to probably be playing a few other people this half, especially if it stays the way it is now, just because of, like he said, the physicality of the game. He's got to play, not that anybody's going to, do a Draymond Green or anything, but he's got to have these players for the next game, but he's going to have them playing. They're definitely going to play in this third quarter, and you may see, depending on what the game does, you may see a lot of the bench players get in that fourth quarter.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what happens. It's 36-9 right now. You just got to get the ball in the hole right now if you're Oregon Davis.
Yeah, for sure. Like I say, just be patient. That's what I said in the beginning. Just be patient. Run your offense. I really believe you've got to have paint touches. And when you've got a kid 6'6" or whatever Matthew is, get him a touch. I'm not saying he shoots the ball every time, but you get a touch, then you go for, just like Coach Tarno said, that inside out. That's what you want to be able to get from Oregon Davis. You want to get an inside out. And then when you throw it back out, you hit a shot, now it's going to free up Matthew inside where he can get, a drop step, easy layup. So it changes the whole game, but you can't do one down, come down, dribble,
shot,
go to the basket, shot, go up. I mean, it's not going to work. This isn't a. I always saw that a lot in like all-star games. Guys. You go to all-star games and you see, it's the old give and go.
Yep.
Give the ball to me and go rebound.
Go, yep.
And that's what it looked like at times. And I think they've got to be a little more patient.
We talked about Hoosiers in the pregame. What was the Coach Woods rule? 5 passes before a shot.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, seriously. Obviously you want to make sure it's good passes. There again, you better fake a pass to make a pass. And, a lot of the stuff that is kind of a lost art anymore, the bounce pass, the back to the basket, just reading a screen, using a screen. There's so many things that we used to do years ago that, people don't do anymore,
Right.
and because they watch too much of that NBA stuff.
Yeah. It's really let's not go down that road.
Yeah, I know.
Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning is helping continue this wonderful tradition on KVB's WKVI. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give third-generation owner Brian Hammond a call at 574-936-4660, serving the local area since 1936. Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning halftime show continues. We're taking a break. You're listening to KVB's WKVI.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by Culver's Portside Marina. They can make sure your boat is ready for the winter. If you need help storing or winterizing your watercraft, contact Culver's Portside Marina at 574-842-5000. Second half action coming your way. You're listening to KVB's WKVI. Culver's Portside Marina handles all water and recreational needs. When it comes to pontoons, Godfrey leads the industry in performance and quality, and Portside Marina has them in stock. From Sanpan, Aqua Patio, Sweetwater, and Monaco pontoons, if you're looking for a family boat, Culver's Portside Marina can help. Discover the evolution of the wake boat through luxury models offered from Centurion and Supreme Surf Boats. Yamaha Wave Runners and Kawasaki jet skis are on the showroom floor waiting. Located at 514 West Mill Street in Culver. Stop in or call them at 574-842-5000. Culver's Portside Marina. Continuing the tradition here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI, I'm Mitch Columbi. We're so glad you've joined us as we go to the third quarter. 36-9, the Marquette Catholic Blazers lead, and we are back in action right away as the Blazers have possession here. It's Alex Bukowski at the top of the key. Entry pass to J.J. Welch. Turnaround shot from the post on Connor Frazier is good. 38-9 now the score, 7:40 to go here in the third.
That looked pretty easy.
Very easy. Inside to Carson Matthew. He's at the right elbow, driving in, picks up his dribble at the right block, then back up top to DJ Garland. Man-to-man from the Blazers here. Garland picks up his dribble, then back to Cashton Swanson, takes the pick from Garland. Fakes right, goes back left, now he's still up top, pops the three. Got it to rattle around. Deep shot, 38-12. The Bobcats get points on the board to start the third. Bukowski now on the other end of the floor for the Blazers. Entry pass to Colson Dobre. Down inside, turnaround shot from the post is no good, and a foul is called.
It's going to be on Carson Matthew.
And Matthew isn't even sure that he fouled him. He's got his arms in the air like, what did I do? So Dobre goes to the line. First of two is up and away. No good, too hard. As tonight's broadcast is brought to you in part by Nepco Crane and Equipment Services, specializing in mobile crane service. Call my good friend Joe Snep at 1-800-590-2272 for all your residential, commercial, and agricultural crane needs. Missed the second free throw from Dobre. Rebounded on the inside by the Bobcats. And DJ Garland was just told by Larry Center, take your time. He's going to walk it up the court and cross half court. Garland takes the pick from Hewitt. Dribbling between his legs, he's going to pop the three. And he gets it to go. So back-to-back threes for the Bobcats here, 38-15.
Just keep pecking away. 3 points, a really nice way of pecking, too.
Yeah, no kidding. Especially when they go through.
Yeah.
Bukowski now, near side of the court, right in front of their own bench. Blazers have possession here. Back up top, it's Colson Dobre. He's driving inside, 6'6", has no problem dribbling. Then back up top to Alex Bukowski. Then back to Dobre, fakes the three. Matthew is way up top on him. Spin around shot from the post, no good. The D was there for Matthew. But like you said, Coach, just give him a little bit more space. Right. That way you can prepare for that.
That's exactly right. Matthew
just wants to hit. I think right now Matthew would go to the parking lot to guard Colson Dobre. Back to J.J. Welch out of bounds play. Back up top to Alex Bukowski. Ethan Hewitt on him. Bukowski, 5'6". Hewitt on him, 6'4". Inside to Dobre. Nice play, and he gets the layup to go. So 40-15 now, and Cashton Swanson brings it across the timeline. Almost stolen, saved by DJ Garland. Garland entry pass to Carson, turnaround shot. No good from the post. Saved by Cashton Swanson. He tips it to Connor Frazier. Back to Swanson. Fakes the pass. Driving inside. And they call him for a travel. And head coach Larry Sinnert says no way.
No, and that's not even
on his side.
Yeah.
It was the baseline official that called the travel.
The B ref up here should have been making that call.
And I think that's what head coach Sinnert was telling him. So now, on the other end of the floor, off the turnover from the Bobcats, the Blazers have it. It's Colson Dobre, top of the key. Carson Matthew on him. Entry pass to J.J. Welch, and now a foul on the floor on Connor Frazier.
Wow.
That may be number 4.
It is 4.
Jeez.
That was cheap.
And he can't believe it. Both hands are on his face. He just wiped both cheeks like, oh my gosh, you got to be kidding me. And there comes the coat, Larry Sinnert. That's my favorite part. Getting a little chippy here. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket. Bukowski takes it out up top to Colson Dobre, and there's Carson. Now Carson backs off a little bit. Gives space. Dobre drives inside, puts up a fadeaway.
Nice,
but that was a very good shot from Dobre. He had to fade away, but that's the D we're talking about, giving more space.
You need some help, too.
Yes, as here on the other end of the floor, Cashton Swanson, he isn't afraid of anybody, Coach.
No.
Swanson will stand up to anybody.
It's on Mays.
Yeah, Josiah Mays was on him, the freshman.
I think our three referees decided at halftime we're going to not have to worry about getting aggressive.
So, out of bounds play gets it into Carson Matthew, and he gets an and one to go.
And one.
Down inside, it was an entry pass off the out of bounds play right to Carson Matthew in the sweet spot, and he gets it to go. And then on the near sideline, you see DJ Garland talking with head coach Larry Sinnert. He must have said something because Garland started laughing. The and one opportunity from Matthew is no good, but rebounded by Brady Danford on the inside. The putback is no good, in and out. Then rebounded by J.J. Welch. Here come the Blazers. It's Alex Bukowski, handoff. Real Klutt. Then finds Welch, top of the key, back to Real Klutt. Klutt back over. This is Bakota. Nate Bakota then gets it back over top of the key. It's Alex Bukowski. He's behind the volleyball line. Then gets it to Colson Dobre, top of the key. He's going to pop the three. No good. Rebounded inside by Bakota. His putback is good. And that's what we were talking about. Carson Matthews saying if you're going to shoot threes, you got to prove you can shoot them. And Dobre missed it. But on the inside, Bakota got the putback to go. 44-17. 4 minutes to go here in the third. DJ Garland on the other end of the floor finds Cashton Swanson, extended wing. Pops a deep three. No good, and it goes sailing out of bounds.
That was deep.
Deep three. NBA range three, no good. And it will be Blazer basketball here. So here come the Blazers. It's Bukowski between his legs, then over to Real Klutt. Back over to Bakota. Now over to number 4, Aiden Johnson, who just checked in. Back to the near corner. It's Alex Bukowski driving in, jump step. Then to the far corner. Real Klutt pops a three. No good, and rebounded this time by Cashton Swanson. And here he comes, pushing the tempo, crossing half court, finds Ethan Hewitt driving inside, puts up the layup. No good. Rebounded by Carson Matthew on the inside. And then a foul is called on the floor with Dobre out, Coach. This is Carson Matthew moment.
Oh, yeah. They've got to keep pounding the ball inside at this point.
Matthew is now the tallest guy out onto the floor. The Blazers have assigned Rodney Wash at 6 foot on him. Matthew listed at 6'6". You got to get it inside right now. Shot from 15. No good from Hewitt. A little anxious tonight are the Bobcats.
Yeah, like you say, right now, every time, I mean, you don't have to be a brain surgeon to figure out every time it goes inside to Matthew.
Yeah. So on the other end of the floor, it's Bukowski, top of the key. 3 minutes to go here in the third. He drives inside. Foul called on Carson Matthew. Didn't have his hands straight up in the air. He kind of had him angled down, and that's why they called the foul there. So this is going to put Bukowski at the line. As Collins Insurance is part of the broadcast, taking care of all your insurance needs. Jim Collins told me to tell you, call him anytime at 574-772-6844. That's Collins Insurance, supporting local high school sports.
That was different. The last when the Marquette kid had bloody nose, they wiped a towel and he was ready to go. And this one, he had to come out of the game.
Must have been pretty serious. I didn't see it. I was looking down on my sheet. As the first free throw is a miss, let's check in with our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff. Justin, did you see anything?
I didn't, Mitch. I was walking over here to get a better visual. I did not see, but you know what? I'm a good investigator. I'll find out.
Sideline reporter Justin Ruff, we appreciate him tonight. As the first free throw is no good, the second from Bukowski. 44-17, the Blazers lead here with 3:03 to go. He gets the second free throw to go through, making it 45-17, and DJ Garland is going to bring it up and cross the timeline for the Bobcats. The Blazers still in that man-to-man. Garland dribbling between his legs. Looking inside, nothing there. Takes the pick from Connor Matthew. Now picks up his dribble in the near corner. Dump off, no. Keeps it. Now pass to Connor Matthew. Swings it over to Cashton Swanson, top of the key. Right at the volleyball line. Dribbling, crossing over, driving inside. Puts up a left-hand shot. No good. Rebounded by Brady Danford on the inside, and his putback is good. 45-19. Bukowski to the near corner. It's Wash. Rodney Wash back up top to Alex Bukowski. Bukowski fakes left, goes right, picks up his dribble, hands off. Aiden Johnson, big time three. No good. Rebounded inside by Real Klutt. Real Klutt gets it to Wash. Back to Bukowski. Bukowski now with Brady Danford on him, and he's going to reset, bring it back up top. Now to the corner. Rodney Wash driving baseline, and Hewitt is called for a blocking foul. Wash got a quick step there. And now a warning is called on head coach Ray Tarno, it looks like. And the foul is on Ethan Hewitt, like we mentioned a moment ago.
I don't think either coach is real happy with
no.
Our three officials.
Now, I don't remember warnings when I played.
Yeah,
it was usually a tech right away.
Yeah, they started that, I think, a couple of years ago. I don't know if...
Is that really worth it?
Yeah, I think it's one of them. You say, please don't make me give you a tech.
Yeah, right. I just as soon get one. But then you got to sit down, right?
Yeah.
So Welch, top of the key, pops the three, and he gets it to go. Huge three for the Blazers.
That's his fifth three of the night.
He's averaging 16 points a game, just over, as here on the other end of the floor, driving in is DJ Garland. Couldn't get the layup to go, then a fight for the rebound between Brady Danford and Alex Bukowski. My goodness.
He'll be shooting free throws.
Yeah.
Should be shooting free throws.
I don't think they know that yet.
Should be shooting free throws.
Yep. New rule. The refs are still figuring it out, too.
I won't say anything.
I will say I was someone early on when I heard about the rule. I wasn't real sure about it, but as time has gone on, I understand why they went with this new rule. That doesn't mean I like it, but I understand why they did it. I personally liked you had to earn the second shot. You had to make the first to earn the second. That's the one thing I liked about the 1-and-1. But now he gets 2 as Alex Bukowski sinks the first. He'll get a second here. Because back before, it was after 10 fouls you got set 2, right?
It takes a little bit of the strategy out of the game, I think.
Yeah, it does. It's frustrating at times, especially when it can draw out when there's a lot of fouls.
Right, when I know who their bad free throw shooters are, and I'm going to force them to hit the first of the 1-and-1.
Yes, exactly. Now they're guaranteed a second.
Right.
Where you could give a foul, now you kind of can't.
Right.
If you're close to 5. So a foul on Bukowski here.
That's his third.
And it will be an out-of-bounds play underneath their own basket for the Bobcats of Oregon Davis. Carson Matthew checks in for his brother Connor. And Cashton Swanson takes it out. Here come Picks. Tried to get it in. And it falls into the hands of Ethan Hewitt, who pops it from 13. No good. And then Brady Danford got in there, and he's going to foul him. 50-19 is the score with 1:20 to go here in the third.
Big guy's going back in.
Yep. And Dobre will be checking back in here, where that was Matthew, his moment down low to have all the space, and now Dobre's going to come right back in. Johnson, it's Aiden Johnson at the line. He sinks the first of 2, making it 51-19. Checking in, as I said, was Colson Dobre, and checking out is Alex Bukowski. Second free throw from Johnson. It goes in, hit the back iron, popped up straight in the air, and fell right through the net. What'd you say?
Couple times,
yeah. So DJ Garland brings it across half court. Entry pass to Carson Matthew. Nice job that they're going to call him for a charge. I mean, he may have lowered his shoulder a little bit, but I don't know. That's the kind of post move I like.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that move. That's one of them where, like they say, they felt they let the game get out of hand in the first half, and they said, well, let's try to keep it a little cleaner.
Keep it tighter.
Yep.
It was a little scrappy there in the first half. So adjustments have been made, not only by the teams but by the referees here, trying to keep this game as clean as possible. As here in the near corner, it's J.J. Welch, and he's going to lose it. Turnover for the Blazers. Last 55.6 seconds here in the third. Garland crosses half court. He's driving inside. And this time a blocking foul is called. It will be on Vaughn Real Clutt.
His third.
Yeah. So that puts DJ Garland at the line. First of 2, no good. In and out. Casey Cook will check in. It looks like for Cashton Swanson. Garland at the line. The second free throw is no good. Fight for the rebound. Carson Matthew comes up with it. Dump off to Casey Cook. His putback's no good. He gets his own rebound. Now he's triple teamed, and it's stolen by the Blazers, and here they come. It's Bakota, Nate Bakota. Far side of the floor, it's Real Clutt with the ball. Holding the ball is Van Clutt.
Last shot.
Real Clutt, excuse me. Last 8 seconds here. To the corner, J.J. Welch pops the 3. No good. Last 3 seconds, Brady Danford has it, and he pops a half-court shot. No good. As that's the end of the first half, we're going to take a break. Step away. You're listening to KVB's WKVI.
At First Farmers Bank and Trust, we know while harvest may be wrapping up, the work is not done. Taking care of livestock, maintaining equipment, planning for the next season, and managing financials keeps farmers and farm families busy throughout the holidays. Laying the groundwork for a successful 2024 means next year's labors will reap higher rewards. I'm Isaac Blue, Ag Banker at First Farmers Bank and Trust. When you're ready to make a plan for next year's financial success, come into our branch in North Judson, Knox, or Culver, or visit ffbt.com to learn more. First Farmers Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Back at the Bobcat Den, 52-19, the Marquette Catholic Blazers lead the Oregon-Davis Bobcats as we go to the fourth quarter. Mitch Columbia along with sports analyst Terry Minix and our sideline reporter Justin Ruff. Let's check in with Justin. You have some score updates, man. What do you got?
Oh, score updates, yes. We have Caston defeating Knox Girls 40-22. Giving Caston a 12-0 start of the season, 5-0 in conference. And then last time I looked, the Winnemac Warriors, they were down 33-30 against the Triton Trojans with about 4 minutes to go. I'll keep you updated on that score, Mitch.
Good game.
Appreciate sideline reporter Justin Ruff is back in the game to start the fourth quarter. Carson Matthew, turnaround shot from the post, no good, and here come the Blazers. Colson Dobre, top of the key. Entry past the J.J. Welch. Turnaround shot from the post is good. 56-19 now as Cashton Swanson on the other end of the floor. Gets it to Connor Frazier, then cross court to Ethan Hewitt. Driving inside, puts up a floater. And they called him for a travel. And head coach Larry Sennert shaking his head, yep, you did.
They've hit that running clock thing.
Oh, 35. When did that rule come in?
Last year.
Man, so many things have changed since I've played.
Well, there's going to be a shot clock here in the next couple of years. So.
You're kidding.
No. Watch and see.
Well, you heard it here first. Predictions are through the roof tonight. Inside to J.J. Welch. No good. Rebounded by Connor Frazier. Here he comes. Oh, picks it up. Oh, no. I don't even want to describe what just happened. Connor Frazier got the shot to go through, and Ethan Hewitt thought it was going to be a miss. He tried to save it, and he grabs the rim. So they call no points, right?
No points.
And a turnover for the Bobcats.
Correct.
Man. I'm frustrated, Coach, and I'm not even playing.
I think Ray's even laughing about that one. They called that. Yeah.
So, on the other end of the floor, collecting my thoughts here, they get it to Bukowski. No, overthrown, and Vaughn Real Klutt picks it up to the near corner. It's Colson Dobre, and they call him for a travel. Quick whistles here in the second half.
Yeah, well, they don't care at this point because the clock's going to run anyway.
The clock's running. I don't like that rule. I want a chance to come back.
Get it to him. There you go.
Inside to Carson Matthew. Turn around from the post, and he gets it to go. 54-21. Now, if they get it back within 35, does the clock...
Nope.
No? Jeez.
Nope.
Gosh. Give me a chance.
Sounds like you don't like it.
Give me a chance. Now up top, J.J. Welch. Deep three on the way. No good. Fight for the rebound. Real Klutt came up with it, but it's stolen by the Bobcats. I don't know if he had possession or not. It was close. As the Bobcats come up with it, it's Cashton Swanson back up top. Connor Frazier pops the three. No good. And it will be last touched by the Blazers. He should have just probably let it go out of bounds.
I think it would have been their ball.
So this will keep it Bobcat basketball here.
I'd like to see the ball go back to the post again. Work on a few things here, and I think
get better at it.
Yeah, get better at it. And I think going to there you go. Don't you know what? Just if it's not there, you go.
Dump off the Frazier, back to Carson Matthew.
Better.
Pops a little floater. He got the angle on Dobre and made it happen. Carson Matthew.
This game's not that hard.
No, not when you do it like that. Not fading away and trying to shoot so fast. Near corner, Welch, no good for three. Rebounded by DJ Garland. And Welch got in there and almost stole it, but it goes out of bounds, staying Bobcat basketball.
Okay, same thing again. Get it inside.
4 minutes to
Good
go.
Passing angle, though. That's
inside to Matthew.
There
Dump
you
off
go.
to Frazier.
Put the ball down. He put it down.
They called him for a travel. Another turnover for the Bobcats. It's just been that kind of night now. Trying to stay positive here. The last 4 minutes just to figure things out for the next game. Of course, it's a quick turnaround for the Bobcats tomorrow night. We will see them in the historic Tiger Den as they face the Tri-Township Tigers. Colson Dobre, hands off. Pekoski pops the three, no good. Rebound to Connor Frazier. Here he comes. And he's going to slow it up and bring it across half court. Frazier gets it to Cashton Swanson. Swanson looking inside, nothing there. Then over to DJ Garland. Garland.
Get to him. Get to him.
Looking inside, he does. And then they call a foul on Colson Dobre. Had his hands on Matthew's back. Do they still teach this on defense? Put your forearm out? Are you allowed to do that? Oh, man. And Ethan Hewitt and Alex Pekoski get into a scuffle here. They both hit the deck. I think they just got tripped up. And now here comes head coach Ray Tarno. He's having a message with one of the officials along with Pekoski, making sure he's okay. I don't know who they're calling it on.
Hewitt.
Oh, they're calling the foul on Ethan Hewitt.
Yeah.
And a fresh...
Offensive foul.
Yeah. And a fresh 5 for the Blazers here for the last 2 minutes. Looks like we see Davion Williams. We also see Liam Coates. We see Rodney Wash. We see Nate Bakota. And also Aiden Johnson, the 5 out there for the Marquette Catholic Blazers. Same 5 for the Bobcats. As entry pass to Aiden Johnson. Back out to the corner, Rodney Wash. Then to Johnson. Or Liam Coates, excuse me. Almost threw it away. As for the Bobcats, we see DJ Garland, Cashton Swanson, Connor Frazier, Carson Matthew, and Ethan Hewitt for their 5 here in the last minute 30 of this ball game. Out of bounds play underneath their own basket for the Blazers. Aiden Johnson to take it out. He gets it to the corner. That is Nate Bakota. And then he drives baseline, and a foul is called.
That's his 4th foul.
And now we see coming in for Ethan Hewitt, Connor Matthew. Well, Matthew brothers, they're tall. They get it in to Liam Coates, stolen by DJ Garland. Here he comes, pushing the tempo, spinning around. And the spin is a travel. Frustrating night for the Bobcats. Under a minute here. The clock continues to tick.
I think Ray's going to dribble this out. I just told him.
Yep. And Johnson's going to bring it across half court. Last 38 seconds here. He threw it away.
He thought he was going to dribble out, but he threw it to Ray. Here, Ray, you want to dribble it out? You can dribble it out.
So they turn it over, and Connor Frazier will take it out. He'll get it into Cashton Swanson. Probably one final play here. No, they're not. Whistle.
No, it's going to be over. They're in no hurry to
Yep.
get that ball back in.
No. Last 10 seconds here. That clock continues to tick as we had a running clock here in the 4th quarter. That will be the end of the ball game. 54-23. The Marquette Catholic Blazers drive to Hamlet, Indiana, and put up a W on the Bobcats. A tough loss for them. We're going to talk things over in the Collins Insurance postgame show. For sideline reporter Justin Ruff and sports analyst Terry Minix, I'm Mitch Columbi. You're listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Howard's Marathon in Winnemac has a reputation built on getting things done right. With 30 years experience as an ASE Master Auto Technician, Dean Wentz is the right choice for the auto repairs or service. From auto computer diagnostic checks to new batteries and tires, they can take care of it all. Howard's Marathon is a proud supporter of area high school sports and wishes all teams a great season. Howard's Marathon, 121 South Monticello Street in Winamac. Call 574-946-6894.
The key to high-yielding crops is accurate and dependable soil testing. This is Andy Awald of Farm Fertilizers and Seeds. Having the right information to make the most profitable fertility decisions is what Image Services from Farm Fertilizers and Seeds is all about. We combine cutting-edge technology and computerized record-keeping with a common-sense approach to soil sampling and fertilizer recommendations. Whether it be by management zone for field-level applications or grid-based for variable rate applications, count on Image Services by Farm Fertilizers and Seeds for your soil service needs this fall.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
Welcome to the Collins Insurance Agency's post-game show.
(54-23) is the final as the Oregon-Davis Bobcats fall to the Marquette Catholic Blazers. I'm Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues here on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting as WKVI will always be there. Well, I'm accompanied by my sports analyst, Terry Minix. Coach, it started out okay for the Bobcats, but the Blazers really just took off, and they just took off really fast and didn't look back.
Well, they're a really good team, first of all. I mean, I guess you can't be embarrassed about losing to a team like that because they were very, very good. But the thing was, I'd like to ask Coach Center, the big thing is I think they settled for too many just coming down and taking the first shot without even a pass. And that kind of got away from them. And when you're not making the shots, you're just giving them more attempts. And the more attempts, I mean, they're hitting for the year 50% from three-point line. Yeah. So they can obviously put the ball in the basket. So the thing you want to do as a player, as a coach, you want to limit them the amount of times that they have the basketball in their hand. And I think they did, the first minute or so they did, and then they just kind of got away from it. And I don't know, they got in a hurry. They went down and scored. They got down, they scored the first basket, and then they went down like 7-2, and they thought, oh my gosh, we got to get away from what we're doing here. And it's just one of the things, and Coach Center called a timeout there to, tell them, hey, we're okay. But just kind of got away from them. And you're coming down and chucking up the first shot, you really don't stand a real good chance.
I mean, even if you make that shot, I still could hear the coach saying, hey, that's not the shot. I'm glad it went in, but right. That's not the shot we need.
Right. And that's one of them you go, no, okay. But that, we got to stay with the game plan, do what like I say, the big thing with them is limit the amount of shots that they get because they are shooting with such high percentage. So limit the amount of touches they get. And I just didn't think OD did a very good job of that tonight.
Well, things turn around, though, very quickly for the Oregon-Davis Bobcats. They're going to travel to La Crosse, Indiana, to take on the Tri-Township Tigers tomorrow night. The Tigers as well, they're having a tough season. It should be a good game. You see two teams that are having tough seasons, starving for a win. I think we're set for a very good matchup tomorrow night.
I really think it's going to be a battle. I mean, you're in that, that gym. It's sort of like, obviously I'm a little show a little favoritism to our gym just because obviously I was here for a number of years. But, like you said, go over there to that Tiger Den is such a fun place to play. And I used to enjoy playing there and also coaching there because the gym is shorter. And with the style that we played, that just helped us. So we're going to run and jump, and you used to have 84 feet. You don't have 84 feet anymore, and I'm going to make it a little more uncomfortable for you. So I just enjoy it. It's fun place to play. The atmosphere and the big old seats they have out there. They don't have the typical bleachers. You can almost lay down, get your popcorn, and do anything you want in them seats that they have there. So it's a great place. So if you're not doing anything, a good girl, you're going to see a good lacrosse or Tri-Township girls basketball team that I'm sure is undefeated after tonight as well. So we'll get to see them, and then obviously it's going to be a good matchup. I guess the boys have won one, and then ours are looking for their first win. So I'm telling you, is Chippy's that got tonight. I think with
tomorrow
two teams that are starving, they're going to be going at it.
Well, it'll be a lot of fun. But just to wrap up this game, what's the future look like for Marquette Catholic? Maybe not the long-term future. We know that's good. But what's the immediate future this season for the Blazers look like in your eyes?
Well, I tell you what, the only one that I think that can compete with them is probably Triton in their sectional, which Marquette, I think because the girls are in the same sectional. So, and Westville's okay, but I really think that it's going to be Marquette and Triton for the sectional over there, and that's at Triton, which is, the trench is a tough place to play. But I tell you what, they've got a little bit of everything. When you got these, couple freshmen that really don't look like freshmen and can shoot the ball like, they did tonight, and then you got a 6'6" kid that can play all over the floor. I mean, Coach Tarno's got everything, and I think it's going to be a good year for him, and obviously the next few years is going to be really, really good.
Next few years, yeah. He played two freshmen for a very good portion of the game in Vaughn, Real Klutt, and also Josiah Mays, and those two guys got a lot of minutes.
They got a lot of and they were good minutes. I mean, they handled the ball for them. They had good decisions. The thing that I watch with especially young kids in point guards is their passing angles. So many times I see kids trying to make a passing angle to the post from the top of the key. And the guys set up at the block. It's a terrible. Let's get over. Free throw line extended. Catching triple threat. Fake a pass to make a pass. I keep harping on that, but throw that bounce pass inside. The big guy doesn't want to have to jump because the guy guarding is probably a big guy too. But if he's got him, in front and got his goalpost arms up, he's going to be able to keep him behind him. And as long as you throw a nice, bounce pass, and he's going to have, if he's doing a good job of posting up, he or she, whoever it is, they've got to show whoever wants where they want the ball. They put their hand out. That's where they want it. If they want it, if they got it up high, then obviously he wants it up high. If he's got it down low, he puts it down low. So, that's the stuff that we've kind of gotten away from that, maybe it's just old-fashioned Terry. I don't know, but it's. I mean,
even that's how I was taught, and I graduated in 11, so that wasn't that long ago.
Right. Well, okay, I'm not that old.
Even I was taught that, Coach.
Right, and then like I say, when I talk about goalpost arms, you have them this way. If you have your arms out, look like a goalpost. It's hard for them to defend that. If you just put your hands in front, they can get and try to have the ball there. They're going to be able to, bat or at least get around you. You've got to shield them with your body. Use your body. If they go low, you ask for it on the opposite side, high. It's just little things that I don't see us doing in basketball. They're still the teams that are very fundamentally sound, but a lot of these teams they struggle with some basic fundamentals. Everybody thinks you got to stand out there and bang the three or dunk the ball, and just because of the NBA, and I'm. I don't like it. I'm like say old-fashioned, old school, whatever you want to say. But I really like, run and jump, good defense, and I like, post up, and in girls I like to, put a girl in front, force them to lob the ball over.
Yep.
And guy, you play whatever their weak side is, what they're going to go. If they're strong going to the right, you're obviously going to take that away. I mean, I just think we gotten away from that, and maybe maybe I'm just not watching it as close or what's going on, but it's just.
I think you're seeing the same thing I'm seeing, and I relate it back to what I played. I got my points off the fact we worked it inside. The defense shrunk, and then I was open on the corner. That's how I got my points. I wasn't just sitting there just shooting it with a guy in my face. I usually got open looks because we were working it inside.
Right, and the thing, I know you heard when you were younger was the old triple threat. And the thing is, the kids receive the ball, and the first thing they do is the ball goes down and their head goes down. At that point, you've lost sight of what's going on the floor, first of all. The other part, you've lost sight of your defender. You've lost sight of the basket. I mean, you've lost sight of everything.
Yep.
So if you've got the ball at triple threat, obviously, you can pass, shoot, dribble out of it. We always taught our kids see orange. Our big thing was orange.
See the rim.
Yeah, and whenever I'm looking, I don't have your peripheral vision's good enough that you can see orange and also see the whole floor.
The floor.
And I think we've gotten away from that, and I don't know. And maybe not the really good teams haven't, but just what I'm seeing, it's just.
One thing I'm not seeing is motion. We ran motion every practice. I don't see much motion anymore.
Well, there's so many teams that call. When you hear them, they call a motion. They call motion. And my thing about that is I think their motion should be called donut. And the reason I call it donut, because you do not know what you're running. and that's my whole thing. If you're running motion, you got to understand how to cut, how to use a screen,
come off the screen,
set a screen, use a screen, and we always numbered our cuts. Back, we had 7 cuts. One's a basket cut, 2's go away, 3's a curl cut, 4's a back door, 5's a Laker cut. I mean, we had all our cuts numbered. So when kids were talking, because you don't hear kids talking anymore either.
There's no communication.
There's no communication. So that's the other thing we would do. We would go through practices, and you got to have 4 3s, you got to have 2 2s, a 5, and you got to score off a 4. And they understood that, so they're just
doing it as they're playing
as they're going through, and they're talking. Okay, you hear them go 4, and they know they're going back door. Or they're going to do a curl. So
see,
they'll
that's
say
fun
curl.
Basketball.
Oh,
that is fun basketball. I said that last week in Knox. Remember, they did an inbounds pass. All 5 guys touched the ball, including the guy that inbounds passed, and then they dump off 2 times. And that's what I told you. I said, now that's some basketball I like to watch.
Right.
Sharing the basketball, using the picks, coming off screens, flying around. I always call it like Reggie Miller. You watch him, that's all he's doing all game long is he's running around, running off picks.
Well, I think we've come to the point of, I call it settling. Everybody settles. It's what some people do in life. They just settle, as opposed to going out and making something happen and go out. Okay, they're going to give me this, but I know I can get a better shot.
Sure.
I can't stand there. I'm going to be able to set a screen. I'll slip. You probably say to some of these kids here, okay, I want you to go. You're going to go on your down screen, but I want you to slip. And they'll go, what?
What's that?
Slip?
What's a slip?
What, you're going to make me fall?
Yeah.
But so, I mean, it just maybe the lingo.
The lingo.
I've been away from it. Maybe what I'm saying and what I do is totally different than what they're teaching now, because trust me, everything's different, from how you drive and how you learn to drive, and classroom and everything else. So I'm not saying what I did was correct. It's just what I'm used to.
It worked for you at the time, and at the end of the day, we're still dealing with high school kids.
Exactly.
And that's part of it. They're still growing through the maturation process, and that's part of what you had to deal with as a coach. You're growing these young men and women up to be adults, and that's what part of basketball is. A lot of people, I have a problem with people that don't like high school sports. I understand you might not like sports, but what sports provides to these kids, it gives them structure in their lives. It shows them things at practice. It gives them a sense of what they need to do each day to be successful. It may not be basketball they're going to be playing the rest of their life, but I feel like the game of basketball and sports in general provides that for kids in this local area, in all of sports.
Oh, for sure. And that's the stuff that people don't realize. They think it's about, getting out here on Friday and Saturday night and playing basketball. It's all the other things that coaches do. They're a father or a mother. They're a trainer. They're sometimes a psychiatrist. They do a little bit of everything. And because just way we're dealing with kids now. Kids don't have some of the stuff that we used to have, 25, 30 years ago. So things are a lot different. It's tough. It's tough to coach. But the thing is I think they need to, I'll say it, get back to the basics. And, basic fundamentals wins game. And you've heard it over and over and over, and that's defense wins. And I'm one of them. I truly believe that. Yeah, we had, obviously Aubrey had 363 threes in her career and stuff. Yeah, she scored a lot of points. But we scored a lot of points because of our defense. And that's what I think really wins games, sectional regionals and all that. So
Yeah.
but you have to explain to the kids the principles of defense. You can't just say it's man to man. You got that man. They got to understand help side. They got to understand hedging. There's so many things you can't assume.
They know it.
They know it because they're watching
Yeah.
An NBA game or some of these
And
college
they're
games.
seeing those guys slough.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Slack.
So it's total. Yeah. So it's not the same.
It's not.
Basic, stuff that we grew up with. So I don't know. That's the soapbox, stuff
Yeah,
for me. But,
we kind of went a little on there, but I appreciate you talking about it because I've been feeling the same thing too. I'm sitting there thinking, man, 10 years ago I remember seeing this, and that, and I'm not seeing it now. And I'm glad you kind of brought it up. But we're going to have a chance to talk with head coach Larry Sinnert of the Oregon-Davis Bobcats. He's making his way up to the KVB booth. We appreciate his time. Of course, we're going to see him tomorrow night take on the Tri-Township Tigers. Coach, you said it in the pregame, in our pregame interview. It's going to be a tough task tonight. You knew they were going to shoot a lot of threes. Early on, though, it looked pretty good. It just once it got to 7-2, it seemed like you guys were taking quick shots.
Offense. Quit running what we're supposed to. We run that 4 out there, and we got to get the ball to the right people. Even if the ball's reversed, we got to get the ball to the right people.
So what do you think's gonna? What'd you tell your boys in the locker room after that?
Don't give up. Just because we didn't win, just keep playing hard. We're going to get there. It may seem like a monumental task, but we're going to get there. Okay, we just got to keep working. We did some good things. We just do a lot of bad things, and you can't do a lot of bad things in high school basketball because it's exposed.
Well, I thought one thing, Larry, that and especially in that first half, it was like you were coming down. Whoever had the ball was shooting it. It was just one, and I said it, right, wrong, or whatever. That was a shot you could get at any time in that possession, but you guys did it. But you need to limit Marquette's possessions. And all you did was feed into their possessions.
And Marquette they want to play fast.
Right.
They want to be an up tempo. They want to get after it. They want to turn you over, score quick, get the ball back, score again. We knew that. It was in the scouting report. We told them. We knew they loved to shoot threes. I thought we did a good job on that number 2. We did a good job on him, but in the process, we lost a couple other guys. They said they did a good job of screening. We didn't go over the top. We didn't go underneath. We stood there.
Yeah, I just thought there was just too many quick shots where you needed to limit the possession. You keep it, 4 or 5. I don't, whatever offense you can run where you can make 2 or 3 passes, but you had too many. I got it, and I'm shooting it.
Yeah, we have. With that being said, I don't remember what the number was, but we had too many unforced turnovers.
Oh.
When they pressure us, we panic, and when you panic, you throw the ball. You just don't turn and throw. That's old school, little kid stuff. We got to get past that, and we will. But that was probably the biggest weakness we had.
I thought second half you got a couple inside. You look finally had Matthew down low. You got a couple down low, and in one he was able, I think, to give and go to maybe it was Frazier or
Yep.
one of them, and which was good. That's the stuff you have to build off of.
Yeah, we did. Sometimes we overpass the ball, though. We get 5 foot from the basket, and when we turn down a good shot to try to make a bad shot,
Right.
and we did that in a couple possessions. We had the ball right where we needed it, but we turned down that good shot, and 2 possessions later, we take a bad shot. But
Well, you got Tri-Township tomorrow. You turn right around. You're back in action. You get to play in the Tiger Den tomorrow night. What are you expecting to see at Tri-Township?
they're going to try to put the ball in the hoop, and so are we.
Yeah. Well, they've only got 1 win on the season so far, and with you guys still searching for your first, we've already talked about it. We're expecting it to be a pretty chippy ball game probably.
And it will be. And I think, tonight mentally we might have lost focus on a couple possessions because, they're a physical basketball team. They're smart, but they're physical. They play a tough schedule, and they play some good kids, playing up in the region. And I think that we got to realize that we can get to that level. We're just not to it yet.
Well, Coach, quick turnaround. I'll see you in the morning.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right. We'll see you in the morning, and we'll see you in the afternoon.
The thing is, keep your head up. We see some good things. We just we have to be able to kind of feed off of that, and
Thank you.
Learn from that. And that's the whole thing. And me as an old coach, like I keep saying up here, but I see some good things. You just gotta get more of them.
just not enough of them.
Just not enough
for us to win. And we tell them that, you can't just have 3 possessions in a game in the first quarter that are good and 6 bad, because that's not going to work.
Right.
And that's what we tell them. You're spot on, Coach. I mean, it just.
And they played out of control a couple times, getting physical when there was no reason to get physical.
We played their game.
Exactly.
We played their game.
Exactly.
They baited us into playing their game, and in the process we did, and it cost us because we're the ones that got caught pushing, or we're the ones that got caught, and we just didn't.
Right.
We got to stay focused. With not having the wins, it's easy to give up and maybe not have focus. Those kids keep playing hard. They were still playing hard at the end of the game.
Right.
I mean, kudos to them. It's hard when you don't get a lot of wins to continue to play hard and continue to come practice every day.
Yeah.
Credit to them, they do it. And I love each and every one of them, and I think they're going to continue to get better. It's a process, and we're working at it.
Looked like Carson Matthew got hit in the nose. Is he okay?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay, good.
He's good.
Well, keep your head up. Like say, you guys be a nice game tomorrow in the Hoosier gym, so to speak.
Yeah.
So I told the kids in the locker room, it'll be like playing, most of them don't know what a Hoosier gym is.
Right.
I know.
Right.
Never even seen the movie. Gosh. Come on, guys.
That's the last movie I saw in a theater.
Was it really?
Yeah. So I told you.
I've seen it 15 times, but it's a good movie.
No, I've seen it.
Yep, I know you have.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up and chatting with us.
Thank
It
you.
means a lot, and we'll talk to you in the morning.
Look forward to it. Thank you both.
All right. That is
Thank
head
you, bud.
coach Larry Sinnert of the Oregon Davis Bobcats. We appreciate him and his time. Tough loss for the Bobcats, but they turn things right around tomorrow, and they're going to face the Tri-Township Tigers as we are going to step away and take a break for the Stark County Co-op play of the game as we thank the Stark County Co-op, your local agricultural cooperative that offers an array of service and support, including grain, agronomy, seed, fuel, and LP petroleum. Call 574-867-2411 to contact the Stark County Co-op. Hey, stop by Papa Farm Pizza after the game for fresh ingredients that separates their pizza from any others. That's Papa Farm Pizza, downtown Knox. Call them at 574-772-5888 to place your order now. Stepping away and coming back for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show, and you are listening to Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
It's hard to believe, but time sure does fly by. Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox are celebrating over 30 years of taking care of all of your insurance needs in our communities.
If I could turn back time.
And we're not going anywhere. Stop in and see Jim and the crew at Collins Insurance Agency in downtown Knox. Insurance you can count on from a business you've trusted since 1989. Proud presidential partners of Western Reserve.
On the way home from the game, a deer jumps in front of your truck. And now you've got to get that truck repaired. Make it easy on yourself. Take it to Mark's Body Shop. Mark's has done expert auto body service since 1998 and will work with you and your insurance provider for collision repair, custom body paint, and insurance work. And all work guaranteed by owner Mark Schell. Mark's Body Shop, proud to support high school sports. 772-7003.
Since 1936, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning have always taken pride in doing the job right. Third-generation owner Brian Hammond and his family have always set the standard when it comes to taking care of all your heating and cooling needs. Making your home a comfortable home is the absolute top priority. If you are uncomfortable in your home, give them a call at 574-936-4660. Follow them on Facebook. Let Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning help you take control of your comfort.
It's time for the Stark County Co-op play of the game. Let's return to the voice of WKVI Sports, Mitch Columbi.
54-23 is the final as the Marquette Catholic Blazers put up a win on the Oregon Davis Bobcats. We're talking about our Stark County Co-op play of the game. Coach, what are you thinking?
Well, I tell you, just looking back on what happened early, I've got to give it to J.J. Welsh. At the end of the first quarter, he hit that three to make it 23-4, put him up 19, and they kind of never looked back from there. For that reason, he's the J.J. Welsh will have the Stark County play of the game.
Well, congratulations to him. It was a good play, and Just wasn't the Bobcats' night, unfortunately, but we're going to take a break and come back for the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Today's broadcast is brought to you in part by 5-Star. We thank them for supporting local high school sports and remind you to shop local. That's 5-Star in the Knox Mall. Stepping away and taking a break, you're listening to KVB's WKVI. This is the Collins Insurance postgame show.
The Stark County Co-op has been a member-owned farm services co-op in Stark County since 1928. That's over 90 years, and they're still providing the same quality agronomy services to the farming community of Stark and surrounding counties. The Stark County Co-op is an LP and fuel provider. The Stark County Co-op purchases grain at both locations, Hamlet and Browns. You can reach them by phone at 1-800-782-3392, the Stark County Co-op.
Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care, closer to home. Pulaski Memorial Hospital is all about community and keeping our community spotlight shining on the accomplishments of our youth. That's why PMH is proud to be a sponsor of our local high school sports action on WKVI, our community radio station. Pulaski Memorial Hospital. Quality care, closer to home.
When you grow up on the land, you have an appreciation for it. When you grow up and work on a family farm, on land that is shared by members of a family, all working together as a team, that appreciation grows even more. They know what it's like to work as a team to get the job done. At Lawrence Farms of Knox, Todd and Josh Lawrence and family support the local high school teams and wish them success all through the season.
Time to announce the Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Mitch?
It's time now for our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Given in memory of Ashley Derrickson, a 2008 graduate of North Judson St. Pierre High School, who battled cancer throughout her high school career before losing that battle on December 12th of 2008. We'll tell you who's earned that honor after this word from 5-Star.
5-Star, the largest meat and grocery store in the area, focused on quality, value, and customer service. The 5 stars in the name of the store come from 5 family members of the original owner serving in World War II, each one represented by a blue star on a flag hanging in the front window of the family home. That's why even decades later, 5-Star is known for its dedication to service. Now that dedication means savings for you. 5-Star, one of the We Care stores, the area's largest meat and grocery store, focused on quality, value, and customer service. Located, you know where, in the Knox Mall.
Well, who do you think our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game tonight is, Coach?
Well, to be honest with you, I don't think there's really much argument here. He from Michigan City. He wore number 5. He had 5 baskets, 5 threes, and with 1 from the line. He had 26 points, and that's J.J. Welsh.
That's a quiet 26.
Yeah, it was. I mean,
I didn't know he had that much.
The kid can shoot the basketball.
My goodness. So, congratulations to J.J. Welch, as he has been named our Ashley Derrickson 5-Star Player of the Game. Well, we're back in action right away. KVB's WKVI Sports is back in action tomorrow night to see girls and boys doubleheader action from the Tiger Den. The Tri-Township Tigers host the Oregon Davis Bobcats. We will be going live at 5:30 p.m. Eastern, 4:30 p.m. Central. That's right here on 99.3 FM and streaming throughout the world on WKVI.com. We also remind you to join us tomorrow morning for the Saturday Sports Line, the longest-running high school sports show in Indiana, thanks to our very own Harold Welter. We always have several of our area head coaches on hand as we go live at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central on 99.3 FM and online at WKVI.com. If you missed the Saturday Sports Line, don't worry. We remind you of the Saturday Sports Line replay every Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. We also invite you to follow us on social media, on Instagram at WKVI Sports, on X, formerly Twitter at KVB Sports, and on Facebook at Sports to the Max for all Kankakee Valley Broadcasting sports content. Final word from you tonight, Coach.
Well, it was a good night. Homecoming. I do want to say congratulations to the royalty tonight. The prince was Connor Matthew, and the princess was Gabby Krause, and the king was Swanson, and the queen was Reagan Danford. So I want to say congratulations to them, the royalty. Enjoy the dance. It was a fun night. Obviously the game didn't go like we. I think they're dancing now.
There's a dance tonight.
I'm assuming there is. They're
all
over
wow!
There.
So the night's not over for the Bobcats here tonight.
Well, it's over for me.
For you and me. I'm going home.
But no, I want to say, it was a fun night. The thing is they can't lay on their bad play or whatever tonight. They got to get right back at it and hopefully get a shot at a win tomorrow night. So we'll be back at it tomorrow night. But I'm looking forward to it.
Well, our final in this one tonight, 54-23, Marquette Catholic beats Oregon Davis. As from all of us here at KVB, we thank you for listening to Indiana High School Sports. For our sports analyst, Terry Minix, our sideline reporter, Justin Ruff, our in-game announcer, John Thompson, I am Mitch Columbi. The tradition continues. We are Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Thank you for listening to Indiana High School Basketball on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI. Sponsored in part by Coca-Cola, Culver's Portside Marina, NEPCO, Crane and Equipment Services, Farm Fertilizers, First Farmers Bank and Trust, Lawrence Farms, Mark's Body Shop in Knox, Zingo Express, Pulaski Memorial Hospital, Stark County Co-op, The Auto Park with locations in LaPorte, Plymouth, and Bremen, Standard Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, Collins Insurance, Howard's Marathon of Winnemac, and 5 Star. We'd like to thank our sponsors for their dedication in supporting local high school sports and helping continue the tradition on Kankakee Valley Broadcasting's WKVI.
Here's the three in the corner on the way! Yes! Yes! Big time three at a big time moment.